Oh yeah.
Oh,
What? Chat. What's Spyro we using for the save icon? And we can't use Sleepyhead or Spyro because they're taken. Yeah. This save is screwed up, so I want to override it anyway.
Yeah, Hunter's a good one.
So you got
Hunter.
Hunter.
We're going Hunter.
Gotta be Hunter. Oh, yeah, first one I saw was Hunter.
No? Yeah. Sure.
Alright, so this is Spyro 3 117%.
An hour and 45 minutes.
So the reason why it's is that a crash? Is it on? It's probably on FDS.
Oh right. Okay.
Rip. We're gonna restart.
We're gonna restart this.
I should probably mention pointing out that running this on Spyro 3 has a tendency to crash on loading screens on FDS. So especially on a run as long as 117. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to actually set it to SDS, even though it's slower on load times. It's much safer. You can actually like open the console and then close it again, and that fixes the crash. But the amount that happens, the crash can happen during a run. It's very tedious,
And it's like the sort of thing you don't want to have to worry about,
Yeah.
especially in a run this long. I remember, I think the first run I saw Alex do on FDS, he sat on a loading screen for like 50 seconds before it fixed itself, so...
yeah.
Get John Howard down here to DJ like a mad cunt.
Thanks, Grant. I was already practicing that.
But yeah, so as I was saying, so 117%, the reason why it's 117 is sort of the same reason as Spyro 120, and that's the reason that you get 100%, and because you get 100%, you unlocked the super bonus round, which gives you another 17%, so yeah, there's no 100% category, it is just 117, so yeah. No.
Yeah, so no crash this time.
No
'cause
crash.
No FDS. Nice.
Yeah. Gotta. That's right.
Oh no, you can still talk. 'Cause there's two spaces.
Ah, I suppose.
Chime in when I can. So yeah, 117.
Has no double jump? Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
like general
That was
physics and
general.
movement is similar to the previous game, but the double jump glitch was removed, which changes the movement quite a lot. Actually, you see a lot of little techniques that you wouldn't see in 2 because you can just double jump everywhere.
But besides that, it's exactly the same game.
It's not.
It's also a lot more linear because we don't have any boss skips because the boss triggers are handled a lot differently in this game.
Yeah, they handle them the same way that Spyro 1 handles its like homeworlds and stuff. Yeah, there's just no real way, at least until 2 will find something, a way to skip into other homeworlds without actually getting the requirements to get there. So.
The one big difference with this game is that the the little challenges and stuff that they have are separated into separate little areas.
Sub-levels.
Yeah, sub-levels that load separately from the main level.
And there's a lot of them in this game, so
Yeah.
yeah, they sort of 1, 2, and 3. They sort of upped the amount of
Content,
side stuff
yeah.
that you can do in this game.
It's
so,
a big game.
Yeah, so the first one you'll see is you actually
This
get
one
to,
right here, yeah.
yeah, you'll get to play as a side character. There's a couple of these in Spyro 3, so this is the first one.
So we're able to do that because loading zones in this game bleed a lot and so are way bigger than the actual loading zones. So that zone's currently locked, but the zone is still there and the loading zone goes way below where it visually is. So we can skip into Sheila, who we actually haven't got yet and would need to backtrack if we didn't have that skip.
Yeah, if you go into that loading zone too high, you can actually crash the game. So,
Yeah, there's a reason he charged down
Yeah,
before reaching
yeah.
it.
So
So yeah, this is Sheila. There's a 4 different, oh, I guess 5 side characters in this game. Sheila's the first one you see. She's meant to be unlocked a bit later, but there's no actual requirement to have characters unlocked before you can use them.
So you'll see a lot of
Yeah, you do
you'll
that.
see a lot of small optimizations here. I'm kicking at the top of my jumps, which cuts your jump height. I'm also kicking off ledges, which does a similar thing in that like you will just fall down a bit faster if you do that. And so when I want to fall a long distance, I'll just kick off the edge and fall straight down.
I didn't know you actually fell faster. I thought that was just a thing you did for no reason.
So yeah, pretty much just climbing this, getting all the gems, and there'll be an egg you need to get at the top. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the collectibles in this game are pretty much just the eggs and the gems.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
There's 150 eggs and 20,000 gems.
Yeah, 20,000. So it's ramped up quite a bit.
Yeah. And the gems tend to be a bit more spread out in this game as well, like the areas are just bigger. He tried to go for a proxy off one of the enemies at the very start of this level, which would have taken him up here where this egg is. It's no big deal if you don't get it. I don't know how much time it
It's
takes.
about 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not too bad. But yeah, it would have just been able to do all of this in one little visit rather than having to come back like this. Skip the Zoe there. And then a cool little flame charge off that guy to end up at the bottom area, pick up some gems during the cutscene.
And we're trying to schedule out Spyro, so anyone else will stop in.
I will be.
Sure.
You wanted Ape Escape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put down Ape Escape with a 44 estimate.
Yeah, 44. 43 tomorrow.
So yeah, in order to get to every
Reminder Squidboard.
yeah Squidward.
Yeah. Do you know the code?
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, in order to get to the boss of each world, so to get to the other world, you have to get the end of level egg from each of the levels. So that one there, you got the end of level, also Squidboard.
It's a little cheat code.
Yeah. So invalid run, but you know.
Oh well, nah.
Fine.
We wouldn't invalidate that.
No, okay. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so you have to get the end of level, land of level egg, and then they go in through the portal to the balloon that takes you to the next world, essentially. So.
Yeah, so there's 2 lizard challenges here. The first one is you just have to kill all the lizards. And so we collect most of the gems during this one.
A lot of glare.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. the window is like right behind you.
Is there any way we can close the blinds?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad for me, but I guess it got
Yeah, it
worse.
wasn't terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, we get most of the gems during this first one, but the second one is a bit less forgiving, because if you fall off the skateboard in the second challenge, you have to start the whole thing again.
Seven. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, skateboarding too, so obviously now there's a timer, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the time is really lenient. It's more the fact that you can't crash.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
And you missed that gem. Oh god. I love this little backflip strat, it's so good. Oh, because Grant posted something and it was like wrong.
Square.
And yeah, Grant makes a good point. Parso's stream quality is so bad that this is your best chance to get a good quality PB.
Another little optimization at the end there. You can manipulate the camera so the lizard runs towards you instead of running away from you, and you can save about a second.
Holy shit. Someone's raiding us.
Ming
Jesus.
Lee raid.
Oh my
Thank you, based Ming
Is
Lee.
this Cherno? Yeah.
Amazing.
Holy
Wow, this is
shit.
fucking
Is
strong.
this Cherno?
Yeah, you can just see on Chatty the view of
Wow.
this just
Yeah, it's Cherno.
expanding.
Cherno! Yeah.
Oh
Cherno,
boy.
Wow.
Cherno,
amazing.
I'm going to come to Canada and we will make beautiful fairy potato babies.
God, Cherno.
Base.
Base Cherno. What a legend.
Fucking Teddy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Cherno
Slash-
TV is now hosting you for 737.
Oh my
did it.
Jesus Christ.
What
No
a guy.
Paso, no pressure.
Yeah, it's just the record again.
Fucking
Cherno Rose.
base.
Slash ban Ski Christ Teddy.
Chalude.
Amazing.
Oh,
Not bad.
good button. Going for a pretty difficult jump right here.
Yeah. So it's a conservation momentum jump, got it first try. So
Yeah.
basically, you don't want to actually do a charge jump off there. You want to,
You just like
Yeah.
charge into a normal jump
Yeah.
and you go further.
and then you got to do sort of a spin hover at the end, which gets a tiny amount of height out of the hopper.
Ica was doing the same thing in Spyro 1 where you charge into a full jump.
Yeah.
It's more powerful in Spyro 1. It's not a big deal in this game, but it's just enough for you to be able to make that in custom. What's up? The cushion. Good me. So yeah, this challenge you just need to flame the sun seeds into the pot and grab all the gems. There's a new route for this that Parso is doing right now.
Where does the angle flame? Then?
Yeah. Requires a pretty tricky. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you have to be pretty tight with your movement to make it. And then
So this one, yeah.
angled flame right here. Nice.
Ah,
Oh
missed
no.
it. That should have made it.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
But
It's not. Yeah.
About 20.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Probably explain flame charge.
oh yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, every time, well, almost every time Parso flames a gem container, like a basket or something, he's doing what's called a flame charge, where it's what it sounds like. You flame and then you charge.
Yeah.
You flame and then you charge, and the gem homes in out of the basket. Normally, if you just flame a basket, the gem just pops out and doesn't home in. But if you flame and then charge past it straight away, the gem will home in, and it lets you cut corners and do stuff faster. Also, grabbing the gems from those big guys is way harder than it looks. Like, their bodies persist for a while after they die, and so to grab the gems like that, you have to avoid bonking on their corpses.
Yeah. And obviously grabbing them, if you can't flame charge something, grabbing the gem while it's in air is always going to be quicker, because
Yeah.
sparks doesn't work until the gems actually hit the ground. So if you can flame charge, if you can't flame charge, then you try and grab the gem in the air if possible. So
It's a big difference between this game and Spyro 2 is that enemies have gems.
yeah.
So
yeah.
we set up this thief here. The movement off the last bell allows us to, it puts him in the right spot, and you can just charge off that edge and get the thief.
Yeah.
Another really interesting thing coming up at the end of this area, where if we jump out of this area and then pause straight away before like the jump reaches the top of it, we carry the momentum out into the next area. It allows us to get to a part of the main level where we normally wouldn't be able to get, or it would normally be a lot longer to get to.
Yeah.
But the route sort of works really nicely in that we can just get up here with that momentum that we conserved.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's absolutely not intended.
Yeah, you just
so-
kind of stopped in the air once you loaded in, which normally you would be like you would fall down really
Yeah.
fast. Nice skip. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you skipped him with that jump. He skipped a money base.
Yeah.
he like raises some of the platforms for you. You have enough gems to pay him, but like it's just faster not to.
Yeah. Where the positioning happens to end it.
How many money bags do you buy? It's like 2.
Optimally, I'll do this.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Nancy and Cat Hockey. Right?
Depends on ball, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it
there's
depends on
thieves,
ball.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah. So he'll
I've
he'll
not
buy
practiced much on
2 or 3 things from money bags, but there are a lot, so he's skipping most of them.
Which is optimal for something heaps later in the run as
Yeah.
well. So using as little money bags as possible is actually optimal. So
Okay.
in more ways than one.
Yeah, you can skip all of them, but a couple of them aren't worth it.
Dax still has a request.
What's that?
Still has a request for you.
Oh right. Sweet dreams, G. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Cat hockey.
Oh, yeah. Have you got your memory card in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got memory.
Go on, go.
We're gonna make that
Take the old
mistake.
Nancy route again.
The save looks like it takes a long time in this game, but actually it doesn't waste any time. The loading screens are just that long.
Yeah.
Everyone should run on Vita.
Yeah.
If you don't use a PS TV though, the lag on the actual Vita is really bad. Yeah. Like not in the loading or anything, but actually in the game.
Mm.
Probably could have.
So yeah, that's a good swim in there. You use the Superfly in a weird way to escape from the front of the cave, and then
Yeah, the Superfly jumps are pretty much the same as in Spyro 2, except because you don't, like, double jump isn't a thing, you don't get quite as much height from them. But yeah, they are still usable to... I think that is the...
is it
And-
really? Oh, so I thought you meant swimming.
Oh, no,
I was
yeah.
thinking like I'm sure there's more than that.
So that's another thing that we talked about in Spyro 2, where portals that aren't open yet are stored directly underneath. We use that to enter all of the side characters so that we don't have to pay money bags. It's actually really slow to pay money bags to unlock animals because each animal has a cutscene that needs to load. And so there are 2 loading screens every time you unlock an animal. So you end up losing a lot of time if you have to pay money bags.
So each side character has like mini sub levels, and each has one of its own full
Yeah.
level associated with it.
Yeah,
so
you're
this
sup-
is-
You're supposed to do the character's own level, and then that unlocks them in all the other levels.
yeah.
But we do them a bit out of order. Yeah, I apologize for all the glitches in this run.
Even side characters.
One the quick split, one the short man.
How much is he
My
ahead of
bad,
his
I
bar?
won't do that. Basically, the guy with the pickaxe that I killed there can be like really close to where I need him to be, far away. Quite far away there. Out of my way before jumping up.
Australia though, so kangaroos are normal.
Yeah. Yeah, Sheila's probably.
Australia's usually green.
Yeah, so you just need to break all of these mushrooms and kill all the enemies.
Yeah.
Um,
A little unlucky.
yeah, bad RNG, I guess. You have to collect all the gems anyway, so
Yeah, it's RNG
not as big
isn't
of a
as
deal.
big a deal in category as it is in other ones that have to do this level.
Yeah, I guess the other categories for this game. So this is 117, where you have to collect everything. There's also any percent, where you just beat the game as fast as possible. It's kind of similar to Mark's 14 tally run from before. You just go to levels and get to the end as quickly as possible.
And then skip into the final boss.
Yeah.
It's actually very similar.
Yeah,
in
and
that
then
sense.
there's 100 egg, which is old any percent, where you have to unlock the final boss. It's like no major skips.
Too nice.
Who's
I don't even do
Juicela?
Juicela. I don't even know who that
Oh, he's a. I recognize the name.
Drusilla, thanks for the host, dude. And I'm sorry that I stole your entire naming convention for this event.
Oh yeah, that's who he made. Yeah, he had that
He
other
does- he does
marathon.
juice
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And I sort of just named this SpudCon as a joke before
Right.
running the thing, and then it just sort of stuck. So now it's SpudCon.
Sick.
Alright, so at the start of this level, Parso is going to attempt an animation proxy in order to skip into one of the sub levels. Hopefully he'll get it. It's not a big deal if he doesn't, though. He can.
About a second save,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's really minimal.
It's really minimal, but you know,
It
it looks cool. Yeah.
We got a big proxy coming up right now.
Yeah.
Probably explain. I don't know the.
That's what he was.
Ah,
We just
okay.
did it.
Yeah, that's what they were just talking
It's
about.
what- yeah.
Zoned out.
What is
The
wrong with
taxes
you?
are-
Yeah. So you
That's
can.
one
It's
follow.
it's a much bigger deal in the other categories, but you can use the animation of that boar. He sort of lifts his head up at a certain point. If you can charge into that animation, you can actually get a very
Yeah.
high proxy off it.
He
So,
launched to the sky.
yeah,
Like,
it's very large. Like you can get way out of bounds and into. There's a loading zone that you can enter.
yeah. It's used to skip into the Thieves Challenge.
Yeah.
Which just avoids paying money backs, but it's
Yeah.
not a big time save.
Yeah, I mean, you have 1,500 gems, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, it's not like you're short on
yeah.
gems.
But it saves 1 second, and it's cool, so.
So yeah, this run will have 3 money back payments.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 117% max completion.
Minus skill
Please.
Skill points don't count as
Some
percentage.
skill points.
Sometimes.
skill
Some
points.
cutscenes.
Some signs.
Some conversations.
All yatas.
Yeah, so another example of a bleeding loading zone. If you just jump on the top of that hut, the loading zone actually extends up to there, so you can enter it without having to unlock it the normal way.
It's a good question, Spud. How did you come up with the name Potato Handle?
Well, now that you've asked it, on the stream, I was just going to reply in text. But
Oh,
I stole 2 other people's usernames and stuck them together.
Awesome.
amazing.
That's all it is. I didn't know it was a joke in Dutch though. That's news to me.
Go with it.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing now, every time I fire up my stream, I've probably got 100 Dutch people that are just there to get the funny email that they get from it.
What the fuck? Yeah.
This is Bird. Parso seems to like his movement.
No one else does.
No one else does, 'cause it's terrible.
Yeah, no, you fly around. The little trick he's doing with the movement that isn't exactly obvious is he's holding both strafe buttons. That makes you move faster, and it also locks your direction. I don't know, it's just good movement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually not easy to get good bird movement down. So
Yeah, it takes a lot of
It's
practice.
a lot of practice, yeah.
And he's only he's used in the other categories, but not very much. Like you just kind of go in straight lines.
Yeah.
So it's only really 117 where you get to
It's quite
actually get good
important,
at it.
yeah. Because you have to collect everything as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got this, and then you got his zone level, which is later in the game. And Enchanted Towers as well.
Yeah.
Watch this game. I just get this thing
Yeah.
every fucking.
So yeah, done with Bird for now, and then here's the Thieves Challenge that we would have skipped into if you'd got Ball Proxy. But obviously it's no big deal to just go in normally.
Yep.
the flame charge, isn't this like as lenient as Spyro 2 or more?
Yeah, no,
It's about the same.
it's different because in Spyro 2, most of the flame charges you were doing fireball, so the feel is a bit.
Yeah, fireball charges are different again, but it's pretty lenient.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can be fairly far away from it and still get it.
Hey, there goes another.
So two thieves here. One you get without supercharge, and then the supercharge ramp is activated, and you get this one. You break these vases, which again, the same deal with in Spyro 2, where if you break the vase with supercharge, it doesn't home the gem in, so you have to go around again to get it. So we'll do that, and then utilize
I love
the
this
supercharge. Yeah, utilize the supercharge to your advantage to collect a lot of the gems.
Supercharging in this game I find really hard to control as well. Like you turn
So
really
much better
wide.
than 2, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I don't know.
It is-
Turning is so wide.
Yeah,
like, the supercharge.
Turning is too sharp in 2.
Yeah.
A small optimization, walking up to that chest as opposed to just charging up to it. You charge up to it, you sort of slide forward, and then there's a specific spot you have to be standing to actually unlock it. So he does sort of this spin around and walks back to the spot.
Yeah.
But if you line it up and just walk into it, he'll just unlock it straight away. Now we're at the part I'm probably most scared of, and Mushroom Speedway is hard.
Yeah.
Speedway.
What you got?
Yeah. So speedways in this
Mate.
game are long and repetitive and hard if you go for good strats. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to do a parso does. It's just very hard.
Yeah, they're very, very punishing if you make mistakes.
Yeah. Also, you'll notice that the speedways in this now have an added, on top of a challenge and the actual time trial, of the actual like rings and collecting things, there is also a race in each of these as well. So there's 3 things you'll have to do in every single speedway, and it means that the speedways are very, very long sometimes.
Yeah, so to answer this stream, the record is held by the runner
Yeah.
currently. Parso. Nice.
There's a chance you can bonk there.
And you just crash. and
Yeah.
burn.
We'll ride that was pretty cool.
Yeah. One cycle butterflies.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at that. I should be so much better at that.
Little-
Also, oh, sorry. No, I think you were going to point out the same thing.
Yeah, very small time save at the end there. As soon as the last gem from the last thing you flame homes in, you can just like exit the time trial, and you still get the egg for it. Like
Also, yeah, sorry.
normally you'd have to wait for the little results screen thing.
Yeah, the rings here are really lenient with like how you can hit them and stuff and trigger them.
Yeah, they get more lenient as the games go on. Like 1, you have to go pretty much through the ring. 2, it's you can sort of hit the edge of the ring. In 3, you almost don't even have to go through the ring at all. Like that. You didn't even go through the ring and he still got it.
The rings in the race are different from the rings in the time trial. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time trial
Apparently.
rings are still pretty like you have to go through them.
Yeah, I don't know why they would change it, but there you go. Makes doing hard struts a little easier. So
I guess
yeah.
if you miss a ring in the time trial, you don't have to restart the whole thing.
Yeah. So, yeah.
God damn it, V-Man.
What's that? Oh, nice. Get told.
Yeah, these races are trying to optimize where you can get the stars. Stars are the fastest form of movement, followed by the supercharge that he's doing.
Supercharge jumping faster
Oh,
behind
Yeah.
stuff.
right.
Yeah, supercharge jump.
Supercharging
Yep.
Supercharge.
most.
Supercharge jumping is weird though, because like it goes different speeds in the different speedways.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like I
So
think
the different speedways get faster and faster. Big Harbour at the lowest point is about as fast, identical to when you're charging.
That was a really good race.
I wonder if Parso practiced the absolute shit out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my last week, the majority has actually gone into practice.
Is that what you were doing during Masters Run?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just in the practice room.
Alright, so now we've got the Hunter Challenge here. And all of them are based around, like, UFOs and stuff.
Yeah.
Being crazy, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Pretty much. Except he's actually being persecuted by
What is
UFOs. Like, there are actual
Is this
aliens.
it? Oh, I got the quick one. That would have been a best seg, probably. Yeah. That was a very good speedway. Yeah.
What's your best sunrise like?
38:47.
Yeah, okay.
Are you timing? No. Okay.
There's-
Oh, there's a timer on
Yeah.
there. I was thinking, like, yeah, because I always think, like, best segs, you have to be timing separately. But...
I've just got one level left for Sunrise, or
Oh.
technically two, but there's one Spyro level left, and then we've got a Sparks level, or boss
boss
and
fight.
the Sparks
Yeah.
level. Yeah,
Yeah, the world's in this. There are a lot of levels. in this
yeah,
game.
it's a lot.
5 normal levels, I guess you'd call them, and a Sparks level and a boss fight in each world.
Yep,
And a speedway.
and speed.
So, a really cool strat there, where you push Sparks through the wall, and there are gems on the other side of it. So because he's through the wall, he just picks up the gems. Saves a bit of time because he doesn't have to go up there.
Missing stuff in water is awful, because
Yeah.
turning around takes forever.
So, this is a really hard level to optimize because these guys are jerks, fat, and
The hitbox
Very
is pretty
eloquent
huge.
of it.
Yeah. So it's hard to maneuver around them because it's a pretty big chance you can just bonk on their hitbox because it's so huge.
These shell guys are awkward as well, because after you break the shell, there's a little while where the enemies aren't solid yet, so you
Yeah.
can't hit them.
you'll also notice I'm jumping before I hit a lot of the shells because the amount of time you are sort of stunned for, I guess you would call it, from the bonking is less if you actually jump into it.
You probably saw as well, he actually did an unintended jump to get up to that platform rather than going the longer way around. He did a spin jump, so basically how that works is you can gain a little bit of extra height off a normal jump if you sort of face away from the ledge and then spin towards it while jumping. If you do it right, you can actually gain a tiny bit of extra height and make some unintended jumps.
Spyro's hitbox is weird. His tail goes up higher than his head. So
Yeah.
it's if you can get the tail up onto the ledge and then just turn, and slide up onto the ledge. This challenge has a habit of crashing if you go too fast. So Parso's gonna wait a tiny bit
Is
of
that
time
only if
on
you
the...
jump over the...
No, if
Can
you
happen
if you do a quick hit on the last cannon, it can crash regardless.
Right, I thought that was only if you skipped the talking to the guy.
So Parso went a tiny bit slow on the last cannon just to avoid the crash.
Yeah.
Also, it's pretty easy to avoid in 117 because there's a gem that pops out from the last cannon, and so you sort of want to get as close to the wall as you can to that last cannon, so that Sparks has a better chance of picking that up. And that sort of goes hand in hand with taking the last lower.
According to Grant, it never crashes if you pick up the gems. I wasn't aware of that. Breaking You is another really good Spyro 3 runner. Yeah.
Am I right?
Literally Vita cheating. Yeah, there's a couple of different versions of this game. Like, other than console differences, there's actual different versions of the game. They only have very small differences, but one of them is different music, and people have varying opinions about the 1.0 music.
Oh, damn.
Hardest
Just
challenge in
hardest
the
challenge.
game. Takes another.
Takes
no
Oh,
prisoners.
victim twice. Amazing.
Odd.
Yeah.
The controls in this tunnel are arse.
They're
They
pretty
just
bad,
suck.
yeah.
We do a very small strat that I want to talk about out of here. See, I charged before I paused. It's a similar thing to what we did in Cloud Spires, where when you jump before you pause, you carry some momentum. You charge out of there, you carry some forward momentum into the next stage. You save about 0.3, so it's very minimal, but strat and more people should do it.
Yeah, I had no
because-
idea that was a thing.
Yeah,
I will do that in 100 egg.
Yeah, it
I
saves about a
didn't even
second
know.
in 100 egg, it's more.
Yeah.
You're doing blue glitch.
Yeah, blue glitch, right?
Yeah, so there's a glitch you can do here. When you kill Bluto, if you just mash start, or if you just
Ah,
pause
that's
at the right time, the screen just completely freaks out. And it's cool, but it stays that way until you reset the console. So we're not going to do it in this run, because you can't fucking do a run like that.
We should probably just go
We
blank
showed
at
it
the end
off
of it.
yesterday, or 2 days ago. It's like,
Play Bluto because the ammo crates.
We all end up with a fucking speeder after.
What are you talking about, Pal Rider? They make Skylanders. It's a great game.
reminder to unfollow zombies.
It was a prank day.
And unmod with your
prank.
chat.
Yeah, unmod him.
Surface
Yeah.
Why would I follow Zoom?
He does
Snow
Snow
Isles.
Isles.
Snow
I
Isles.
have to say, I have watched those
The
before, they're pretty
legendary
fucking good.
Snow
Yeah,
Runner.
they're not bad. Actually pretty chill.
That was
The-
weird.
That was a good camera, yeah.
So yeah, turning around underwater is great.
Can we get a mic adjustment on P-Fish,
No.
apparently?
Yeah, he is pretty far away from it.
Yeah, the gate's real high.
Oh yeah, the gate,
Yeah, cool. No, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Needs to adjust himself to the gate. Or for the gate.
That should be better.
Now we have the first boss part of the game. This is one of the more interesting ones in the couple of strats we use, so I'll let Act and Marta talk about that while I
Oh, yeah,
concentrate on
sure.
doing them.
So, Buzz works. We basically manipulate him completely. Like, he's supposed to run around and chase you and do like fire attacks and stuff, but we just do some specific movement and camera stuff to manipulate him.
Listen
Um,
carefully, you
So from the start, he's gonna like chase Parso. He's gonna run at him. Parso's gonna run to the edge of the arena and hit him. Like the first hit's just kind of normal, but then after that, he's just gonna stand at the very edge of the arena, which causes Buzz to stop moving. He's programmed to stop when he gets to the edge of the arena. It doesn't matter which way he's facing, so he just stops like that.
And then you can hit him.
And then we keep doing that, but we also turn the camera away from him, which prevents him from doing any of his attacks. Like he's supposed to make this like firewall around him and spit fire at you, but he just doesn't if you face away from. Yeah, sneeze fire. He just doesn't if you face the camera in the wrong direction.
Basically, if it's not on camera, it doesn't exist as
Yeah.
far as the game's concerned. So,
Basically.
And that's it. That's
Yeah, it's very, very, very easy, boss.
makes it really quick.
Alright, so now you'll see him exit level there. So normally what would happen is you would walk to the balloon and get teleported to the next world once you beat a boss. But because the only way to unlock the Sparks level is to beat the respective boss of that world. You exit level, and then the Sparks level here is unlocked. So
Spyro.
this is Crawdad Farm.
The best Sparks level.
Sparks levels are kind of polarizing. Some people find them okay, some people hate them a lot.
Yeah.
And it often depends entirely on the Sparks level as well.
Yeah, some levels are better than others. Yeah, you play as Sparks and you just shoot things.
Yeah.
This is the tutorial, in which you can do a pretty cool out of bounds. You just kind of climb up the wall.
You just skip the entire tutorial.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't do that in the rest of the levels because you have to collect gems and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the tutorial it's really nice. Parso does a bunch of strats here to not have to kill enemies. He just manipulates them and goes around them.
Why can't Sparks do anything else that's useful in the fucking game?
Yeah, be nice if he could kill enemies for you.
When the hero tally unlocks chests, that's enough.
Yeah, that's true.
And then he becomes David Spade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all
So-
goes to hell.
Big Head becomes a legend.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Sparks gets these power-ups from these colored butterflies. The rapid fire power-up from the green butterflies is really, really good, and it's
OP as hell.
yeah, like you want to keep that rapid fire as much as possible.
Yeah, so there's like a mini boss at the end of each Sparks level, so you want to try and keep the rapid fire to... It makes the final little boss very, very quick and very easy.
Yeah,
And this is the invincibility one as well, so you can basically just...
yeah.
As you can see, just
Charge
run
through everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, the rapid fire. One side effect of that is that you want to avoid getting any other power-ups,
yeah.
which causes like you have to be careful with that in a few places because there's other power-ups that you can get that you have to be careful of because they overwrite your rapid fire. And the colours obviously correspond to his health, just the same as in the normal game, but he has an actual health bar. For some reason that box doesn't have a gem in it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
All the other ones do, yeah. Odd. Yeah, now you'll see how
This
quick
is
it is.
Crawdad King, yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch his health.
And he's dead.
Yeah. Imagine having to kill him one shot at a time.
Yeah.
Just takes so long.
Might just be a 39.
Maybe.
Timed.
38? Is it 38 seconds?
38.
40.
40. I don't know. Oh.
Plus doesn't like saves in that use up more time?
Yeah, actually, you'll have a longer intro because you've got memory card.
Oh yeah.
So apparently you've got to beat the game in 4 hours and 39 minutes.
It was like just
Yeah,
a
it was
39.
probably just.
Nice.
So that's really good.
Pretty good.
Done in
Has
12
anyone else got
segments.
sub 40?
Alex has.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Alex got sub 40 way back in the day.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
But yeah. Arthur's the only one to sub 39.
Yeah.
So, and he's done it twice. Yeah.
Okay, Drag.
So yeah, we're after like 40 minutes into the run, we're in the second run.
Yeah.
Out of 4. But they get longer and longer as the game progresses.
So, like, this next level is almost the entire reason why I have a memory card in.
Yeah,
Basically,
there's a couple
it's-
of random crashes.
yeah.
You can get.
There are ones that you can avoid, but you have to be slow to do it, so it's not very fun.
Yeah. Mingus come. Mingus Lee. Good point.
I won't lie, that's the one I was going for.
Oh, no.
Still got removed.
The spaghetti.
Yeah, something to point out, the levels get bigger as you get through the game. So all the levels in the first world had 500 gems each. Sorry, 400. But in this world they have 500, next one they have 600. They just get bigger and bigger. And it's these vultures that cause crashes.
Yeah, they have a bunch of feathers that just sort of explode, and they didn't really account for you killing them fast, and so if you kill them fast, there are too many feathers, and
Yeah.
The
It's
game
not
just
fun.
gives up. Yeah.
It's a common theme with crashes in this game in particular, but Spyro games in general. If there's too much on screen, a lot of the times, well not a lot of times, but sometimes the game can just be like no, and and just stop. So yeah, it's probably wise to use a memory card just in case, because it can happen in what's that?
Haunted Tomb as
Haunted
well.
Tomb,
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah, it can happen there as well because there's a whole bunch of falling rocks there, and yeah, it's
We did a little
Fucking
thing.
water.
Oh, no.
Not too bad.
Yeah, collecting stuff underwater without sparks is painful. He did a little thing before that I noticed that he charged an explosive box and then charged another one during invisibility frames. So he was able to get them both with only
Oh
taking
no,
one
I
down.
screwed up there. I'm not meant to charge the first one. The
Oh,
second one,
okay.
I had
Well, I mean,
like
you still-
Sparks
you
was
You
Sparks was
still
off
only took
eating.
one damage.
No, Sparks was off eating. Was
Oh.
why it looked like I took one damage.
Oh, right, never mind. I'm sorry.
It's still something to
Yeah.
abusing it.
Yeah, like
would-
I
it's
would normally
possible, yeah,
do.
like-
I would normally charge off of one of them because it like homes the gem into you as if you like charge through it.
That's alright, Ika did that in Spyro 1, so that was just like...
Oh my god, running.
Thank me.
wow.
So there's a cool strat I do here where you leave that second ice wall and break it with that TNT. Save a little time on shooting stuff. I scream, so I knock him off on purpose.
Nice collection, that's good. I guess it's worth pointing out, from the first, each time you do a Sparks level, you get a power up for Sparks. They, like, some of them are more useful than others, but the first one you get from Crawdad Farm is an extended range for Sparks. So Sparks actually picks up gems from way further away now than he did at the start of the game, or in Spyro 2.
You'll see Parso try to abuse that to the best he can, so to try and get the best movement possible. So
Oh my god. Hey Softman, welcome to the stream.
Okay, no crash so far.
Yeah.
So
We good. We still got
Wait
Nancy.
till now.
Yeah, so a few days ago, like in a practice run, Parso got a crash that no one had ever seen before. Just completely randomly, like no reason for it.
if it happens
It's
on
just
my
scary now.
console, then it's in my it's, well, if it happens here, then it's.
Then it's all your
Oh
fault.
no, it's your disc, yeah. So it could be this, but-
Yeah.
I don't know.
It probably won't happen. It's only happened once ever.
once ever,
Yeah.
it just happened to be.
Yeah.
It just happened
Just
to
like
be
in the
on the
middle
best
of
run
in the
ever.
middle of this, he just
And
the
you
game
can't-
froze.
You can't even blame stuff being on screen. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was like nothing on screen. It was very
Just
odd.
Spyro and Nancy.
Yeah.
You can wish. You make a dream come true.
But yeah, so this is a good challenge. You just flame hockey players while they try and beat up this little girl who's just practicing ballet.
Well, that's really just depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sportsmanship.
Yeah.
And she likes to
What if
sing
Rosa
as
was
well.
being mean though? What if like
Sick by her.
it was scheduled for them to play hockey, but she's just
Yeah,
interrupting?
she's the villain here.
He's trying to get us to play hockey and Spyro's being a dick.
Spyro the anti-hero.
That's
Who's-
why they crashed the game the other day because I got really mad.
Who's the real villain here?
Spyro 3 asking the deep philosophical questions since whenever the fuck this was released.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah.
The year of the
2000, the
Year of the
millennium.
Dragon.
Yeah. Year of the Dragon, exactly.
Was it actually the
Yeah,
year?
it was. That was
Okay.
the thing.
Didn't get Nancy.
It didn't come out in oh no, that's China, isn't it? I was gonna say this was the first Spyro game that didn't come out in Japan, but that's irrelevant. Zodiac's not Japanese. Anyway, no crash.
Yeah. Good. Hopefully we never see a crash there ever again. Be nice.
Forward. If you pause immediately when you enter a level in Spyro 1, it can screw up the music. You get like wrong tracks.
Just pause in general can do it too.
Yeah.
It's just
I
the
know-
game's music is so broken. Like,
Yeah,
dual
I know
programs.
GT used to like purposefully turn the music off in certain levels because it like was loading dragons really slowly if you left it on.
Huh.
Interesting.
It just says corrupt. It's certain, like, literally just turns into like the sound of a jackhammer.
Not bad.
So there's an interesting thing in
You're gonna
this
go for it.
area where I'm not going for double thieves, but I don't even know how to do it. But
Oh, really?
basically the game doesn't expect you to kill this red thief first. And so when you do, the yellow thief gets a bit weird.
Sort of sit here and then turn your camera ever so slightly, and he just spawns back there, and you can flame
Yeah.
him. So without chasing him.
Yeah, you flame and then tap the camera
Yeah,
button, and he
he's-
just spawns where your flame is and
Yeah.
dies.
It's amazing.
And these stairs are hard.
In quotation
No
marks.
Yeah.
I don't know. After you play Spyro 1, there's
Yeah,
not
I
really
know,
all that hard.
I always used to screw them up in Undo.
Wall glide there, so you don't have to hover.
Yeah.
Very small optimization.
Yeah, wall gliding in this game is a bit more precise than in Spyro 1. There's a mechanic where if you were to gain any height from a wall glide, which happens if you're like facing into the wall too far, the game just immediately cuts your glide and you fall. So you have to be very careful with wall gliding.
Yeah.
That one's not too difficult though.
Oh, yeah, you got told to take your feet off the couch by Shredwood before at Mars, I think.
Yeah,
It was like a good 5 minutes ago. It was named.
Yeah, well,
Fuck you, shred what?
Probably should.
It's on my couch.
Oh, I don't care.
Permission.
Yeah, this is a super flame power up used to break these fire blocks.
also Super Flash comes bundled with Firework.
No, you don't have super fly at this
Oh, no,
point.
Super
It's
Fire.
super
Sorry,
flame.
sorry,
Yeah,
overflame.
flame. Yeah. For some reason, we call the permanent one Fireball, but like the power up is, but the game calls it a super flame power up.
It's also worth noting as well, like those 4 things that he destroyed, the egg will always pop out of the 4th one you destroy.
Yeah.
So you want to try and do it right next to that egg so you can go into the speedway here, country speedway.
So we have another speedway, except this one's actually fun.
Yeah.
That has good music and it's not quite as risky. So you don't have to, like, Mushroom is really cool, but it's really scary. So
When's
you're always worried.
When's going for the IL route in runs. There's like a crazy IL route that's being found years ago that uses the stars to give you boosts during the time trial, and it's like, I think 2 people have finished it, like done an IL with it. It's like crazy.
Again, doing some charge jumps there because it's slightly faster.
I didn't know you could destroy the plane without jumping. That's cool.
Where'd you go?
There's cows wearing ferros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I've stopped asking questions
Yeah.
at this point. I'm just going to accept it.
Speedway is a little cancer.
How long's the race in Honey?
Like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
No, it's
Something stupid.
stupid long.
And that's just like one side of 3. There's been a couple. I'm sure Alex and Grant have both got, and Ty.
Did you just get pushed forward by that plane? I thought.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think that was, I didn't know if you did that on purpose, but
No.
it looked like it boosted you forward.
The plane's actually kind of annoying because of like the fact that it does move you around. You want to go, no,
Oh!
like that.
Destroyed.
Shouldn't have mentioned it.
I'm sorry. See, that's what happens in speedway races.
Yeah. Where's country speedway? Am I right?
You got all the straps in mind.
I don't think I've ever had that happen to me before.
Yeah.
First one of the day.
That's not happening before.
Normally, have that happen in a front.
It's all good.
But
Fresh Numbers posting the best 117 run. The SDA run of this category. It's like it's like an old segmented run from 2006, and it's like more than an hour longer than the current RTA record.
that the quote tag?
No,
It
it's
was
just
it was
segmented.
Just,
Yeah.
segmented.
Segmented runs were a thing.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
When everyone gave a shit.
Yeah.
Isn't Pete
Yeah.
like still building a segmented talk run or something?
I don't know.
He adds to it like every 6 months, I think.
Yeah,
I
if you
glided
charge,
a little late there and just didn't get the speed boost from it.
if you charge through those stars,
There's a new
they don't
crash numbers
boost you.
forward.
Yeah, it's not that
Old crash numbers is dead.
Yeah.
So
41596 is dead.
Yeah.
What is it? 6531 is the new
6351.
6351 is the new crash
New
number.
crash numbers now. Welcome to the roll.
They're two different people
Yeah.
who both. Well,
Both have crash.
one of
in
them's
their
dead now, but they're both like Spyro people.
That
Game
then I
was
should
built
have.
Like Spyro.
Yeah.
I believe it was brownies.
Brownies even better.
Love 220 is okay. I think my best there is 216, so it's not great, but alright.
No, he
Oh,
didn't.
except for the part where, you know, you had to do it again.
No, he didn't actually die. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, we're just like crash numbers died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He like came back and ran a hero's tail for a bit, and then just disappeared again.
That's right.
So this challenge is a lot of fun.
Spyro game, isn't
Yeah. Yeah, it got like
It's like
skips
poverty
and stuff. So
Yeah.
so but, yeah, there's someone who actually like runs that.
Nice shot.
Oh,
This is how good the auto aim is in this game. You can like
I'll
aim.
try and show it off.
Yeah.
Hunter also has his knee hat on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's got a
Like you
bowl cut.
blatantly didn't aim at it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Hunter is a god.
You can just see how much the bullets actually curve.
Yeah. It's amazing. Also another hunter challenge to do with
Listen here,
like
Andy.
UFOs and
Yeah,
space
so
cows and
a good thing to think of is that Hunter's literally just standing there in front of Spyro during all this, making like gun noises and pretending to be chasing UFOs and cows around, so
yeah. And then just randomly hands you an egg.
yeah. Spyro just sort of indulges Hunter.
Chat's convinced that you hacked the race
They did it.
because your time was like better than anyone else has ever
Yeah,
got.
Ronnie's never got a sub 220. So,
Uh,
thing.
the record is like 213 or something RTA.
Good chat.
Pretty much.
Hella giggle.
Alligator forehead. Forward slash. Of course. Actually, no, I never liked the double forward slash. I've always been a fan of the single forward slash.
It took me ages to work work out what that meant.
Yeah.
Like the slashes and stuff.
Dude,
like,
I,
why?
I didn't understand smiley face B for the longest time.
yeah.
Can't beat smiley face beat.
Not getting all the skill points, they don't count towards percentage, so
Yeah.
they won't. They're not needed.
Yeah, it's a cool thing there. If you enter the portal without, like, with the camera behind it, Bamboo Terrace is just backwards.
Yeah.
The whole level's just reversed. That would be so hard.
We're going for a proxy here. Hopefully I can get it. It's pretty easy, but I'm going to fail it. So get those now because it's easier than getting them later.
Also, you have to wait for these enders anyways.
That's
Oh
not
no.
good.
Oh, still got it. Damn.
Damn, that was.
Yeah, that was scary.
So yeah, it allows us to skip to the end. Saves, I don't know exactly, but I'd estimate 5 to 10 seconds that saves.
Please help.
Yeah, so you just get to skip to the end. This level has a mystery jar in it, so skipping to the end is pretty beneficial for that.
Yeah.
Because they always start near the end of the level.
Post a lot of content. They're like 10 minutes to get a message. It's like, hey, easy subs. You have 3 followers. I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah,
That content's
that's some
really good.
Twitter bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I deleted it and ignored it. Got
So
annoying.
you got to be careful in this challenge because if you fireball the pandas, you lose. Like you
Yeah.
fail it.
Splash damage.
Except for that
Except
one.
for- yeah.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Take all your own.
you can tell, the challenge is pretty slow, so it's kind of heartbreaking to ever fail it. Goes like it's the way with a lot of the stuff in this game. Like if you fail a mini game, you just have to do the whole thing again, and oftentimes they're like just it's a single mistake costs minutes because of it.
Yeah.
Can't barely get.
Please take.
So yeah, we're now near the end of the level. We have to do a bit of a weird route here to grab all the stuff, but
I didn't want that.
oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, the thing with Sparks, if you're at Gold Sparks, and in Spyro 2 and 3 actually, if you hit a fodder, Sparks will go after that fodder anyway, which means it renders him useless.
So I should probably explain that.
Yeah.
So that you get a swim in air.
Like
from
for
that
anyone
water.
watching at home, pick up your game, go up to that lip, and just charge off
Yeah,
it, and you
just
get
like go to
yeah.
the edge and press square, and
Yeah.
you get swim in air. It's easy.
Also,
But then the egg that he got from out of bounds, it's like it's stored under the bridge, and once you get the end of level egg, which is what Parso just got right then, a thief spawns in this level, like an egg thief. But before the thief spawns in, the egg is still there, and it's just stored under the bridge, and you can just grab it. With
And
swim.
basically, the way eggs work is you can only get them while you're in it's a stable state. So basically, you need to be standing or swimming to get an egg. So basically, they thought if they stored it underneath the bridge, there's no way you can get there while you're standing or swimming. You would need to be gliding if you're in that area.
By the way,
And so because of
Yeah.
because of the way they work, you normally wouldn't be able to, but just swim in air and then you can get it.
Yeah.
And we skipped into Bentley again. Zones bleed, so you can just do it.
Bamboo terrace.
Also did a cool strat, or sort of. I got one of the baskets. You can break them from out of bounds without going back inbounds. And so it saves a bit of time later if you can pull that off, and it's really cool looking, but I only managed to get one.
Yeah. So Bentley's another character that you're not supposed to have unlocked yet.
Yeah.
You get him in the next worlds. But same as before, there's no actual requirement for that if you can reach the area.
I need to remember that one.
We're recruiting new runners.
Yeah.
No.
That's how it starts.
No, remember that thing I was talking about for Avcon? What? You just said.
Oh,
it's
right.
You literally
I
just
see
said
what you
it's
mean.
really, really
yeah,
fucking easy.
yeah.
So I'm gonna remember that one.
Nice. Nice and thank you. Me and Lisa. Breakfast food.
No, Jumpy's best is at 3:31, I think, whoever was up.
Yeah, Sabin was the first sub 330.
I met him before, he's just like, hey, seem alright.
But I'd probably run a Spyro if I wasn't completely shit at it.
That's what everyone says. Like,
So if I'd gotten that basket out of bounds, I wouldn't have needed to go all the way over there. So, like a minute time save, but... So another thing you saw me doing before, all the other ones in this level are kind of awkward, but the first mystery jar, I just glided out of it. So during the animation, I was sort of doing other stuff, or like still moving, even though I should be able to. I guess you kind of do it there as well, where you don't really lose any time from having to skip the cutscene.
it's that gem, that last
So
one.
we're gonna get 320.
That's the 300.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I
records-
would be really happy if this sub 330, that'd be pretty cool. And it's possible to, I need to play late game well.
Play well.
There's a way to get him by like flaming over the edge, but I've like forgotten how to do it and can't figure out how to do it again.
It's weird. And there's an enemy in that room that doesn't spawn unless you go in. Yeah, that guy. He wasn't there before. You have to go into the room with the mystery jar before he'll spawn in. If you just go through the level the normal way, he always spawns because you go through there first. But because we're going backwards, you have to do some.
He likes that. He's so pissed. Sorry, Zach. Boy Zach and Lazarus.
And once again because the mystery jar pretty much finished the level right at the start again.
I talked to Ling Ling again. I did that the other day.
Very hard trick.
Make a cheat run with some computer machine.
Not bad.
Now we get to do the worst swim in the game.
It's not even that bad. What are you talking about?
So this swim is basically what's making me want to do bridge swim because it looks better.
He wants
It's also hard.
an easy swim makes him want to do a route with a much harder
It's
swim.
not easy, but
Very easy. If I can do it, it's easy.
This is free.
Yeah.
I attempted it once and I got it once. 100%. You had to go.
telling ya.
If and I got trick proxy third try, I should be able to
Yeah. Anything's possible. There we go.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, so you just head bash low enough that you, like high enough that you get the swim, but low enough that you stay out of bounds.
Alright, so you go through the fireball power up and hit that target, which is supposed to hit with a rock that Hunter gives you, but you can get it with the fireball, so it saves a bit of time when you eventually do get to go to Enchanted Towers.
Yeah. And then this is why we need the fireball.
Yeah, that's the main reason. So.
And then just head out of bounds and into Southern Bird.
Yep. Once again, same deal.
That portal is really small and in a weird spot,
Yeah.
so like getting it from the back like that first try is pretty good.
Retro. So you're obviously better at this game. Can't do the shit you do. Oh, I scrapped that gem really early.
Yeah, it's like mid-air. So yeah, this is where Sergeant Bird movement becomes a really big deal. This level sucks. You have to
They're basically all the bird levels stuff.
in my IMO,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The I think Parso likes this.
I do.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's also very, very easy to miss gems in this level.
It's not uncommon for people like PBs to have, like, this will be their worst level because they've missed a gem somewhere.
Sir, the rhino.
Yeah, so he's killing enemies and he's also freeing hummingbirds in cages. The little counter in the corner showing when he gets those, they're not always on screen. He's not getting. I don't think he's going to get every gem in this area because he has to come back through here with bombs later.
I get most of them.
Yeah.
I don't worry about any that I really don't. I started getting more in the room before this one because it means you can just start climbing faster.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, a lot of the level speed comes from like the fact that you go far. You need to like going up and down is really slow because there's nothing to like speed that up. Like moving horizontally, we can obviously do really fast with the strafe movement, but moving up and down takes a very long time. And so to go like really fast, you really need to optimize like and do as little like climbing and descending as you can.
Also worth mentioning as well, like there were 3 enemies as he entered this sort of area. There's 3 enemies that he could have shot. He actually left one of them alone, and there's actually a good reason for that. That's the only enemy you have to actually kill for the hummingbird to progress ahead. So yeah, if you leave that, because it warps you to get the egg basically. So if you leave that and hit it later, you can sort of get all this stuff first and then come back and get warped.
Yep.
Like hit it later and walk through to the.
So fire in this tunnel is kind of weird.
Yeah,
I
it just
don't
doesn't
really
hit you most of
understand
the
like
time.
why it doesn't hit you most of the time, but it
You
doesn't.
can just fly through it and nothing happens.
It is kind of like I have that like you can get hit for sure, but it's like weird. So I'd rather have like not green sparks there, but it's normally okay.
Yeah, one of the annoying things about collecting gems in this level is that you get stuff that pops out of crates and baskets and sometimes it stays on the platform that it's on, and sometimes it falls down to the bottom. And so
So now he's just hit that enemy now, and
just grabs all these
you'll
gems.
see now the hummingbird has moved towards the end of level. So it's only when he hit that enemy that he gets teleported. So. Warped level.
Yeah, now grab the bombs and head back. And that is why we need the bombs, because there is a metal chest and there's a floor over there. Sometimes that floor just doesn't break, I don't know why. And sometimes the metal chest like zips through the floor.
Times.
nice.
You're missing it? Oh god. What's that?
It might just be in the breakable ballroom, but I went through that pretty fast, so hopefully that's the case.
Hopefully.
So you get this egg for freeing all 5 hummingbirds. But yeah, normally that's where the route would end, but missed a gem, so not exactly uncommon in this level.
Oh no.
And you don't have
Actually.
the sparks finder at this point. See, like in Spyro 2 and later in this game, you can hold all the shoulder buttons and sparks will point at gems. But at this point you don't have that, so
Yeah, it's something you have to unlock with a Sparks level.
This is where everyone gets comfy for 5 minutes while they finds it.
yeah.
Oh no.
Nah.
Crab looked a bit too red.
Is it that bottle from last time?
No, that's a 10.
Sergeant Bird is good, right?
Like,
Best level.
it's really annoying for me because I like very rarely miss gems in this
Yeah.
level.
Must be like super.
Yeah, everyone complains about this, but like once you get really good, it's
Yeah.
not as big of a problem. Really?
I have no
Backtrack,
idea.
boys.
Yeah.
I should, but
Yeah, comfy.
Yeah, what you can do if you miss gems, later on in the game you get this warp ability that lets you just warp to any of the levels you've already been to. And so what you can do is just leave it until you get that and then just come back with the Sparks Finder. But that's very slow.
It must
as
be
is
somewhere.
this, but
Alex could have fell in the lava from one of the enemies.
Yeah, who said that?
You said that's.
I
Come
love
back
that.
later.
Back.
So it's a 2 gem that he missed.
That's alright.
But I guess the advantage here is because you're doing 100%, it's not like you need more gems. You've got them all, so you need to spend more.
Yeah, like, it's not going to mess up the routing. I'm
No,
not
yeah.
having to do that
You just have
backtrack.
to waste time. Oh, oh.
Yeah, I've been smelling those for a while.
As long as it doesn't like bang.
knowing things. Like, I'll just backtrack once I do the Sparks level from here, but I'll need to enter Bird from out of bounds again.
Oh, you're not going to wait until you got the warp? No?
Because that's a whole world load, whereas this would
That's
be...
true, yeah.
Good one, Retro.
Yeah, Spooky Swan. There's a couple of cool out of bounds in this level.
It's all negative.
Yeah, thanks, Mac a bit. So you're supposed to light a bunch of lamps to get into this this next area. It unlocks a door, but Parso's just going to go out of bounds and just go straight in from the bottom.
Then yeah.
And this is a little mini boss. This is Sleepyhead.
you don't get brownies now, there will not be any left.
Oh, that's a bomb. My bad.
2 seconds.
I'll go up.
What?
I have successfully managed to drag away your commentators
Parso, do you want a brownie?
on the
I'm right, thanks.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
on the thought of brownies.
So I'll show off both ways here. You saw I kill the crocodiles there, or you can just cancel his attack by charging at him.
Oh, thanks.
It's a little easier to do that, but it saves a little bit of time to kill all the crocodiles. And you're doing.
Yeah, I didn't realize that killing the crocodiles was faster.
I guess he doesn't wait to throw his next bomb.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's really, really quick.
Yeah, there's a little thing you can do there if you don't bonk on the bomb, you can kind of charge forward and land on the little platform where Sleepyhead is.
Slide past the egg though, you'll be fine.
Yeah, or you can glide on there and soft lock. But no, if you just land on there, you just get teleported out straight away after you get the egg, and you don't need to pause.
Best challenge to be casual, man.
Yeah, it's everyone's favorite.
This is actually legitimately one of my favorite challenges.
I imagine it would
It's
be really good
cool.
if you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fun as heck. You don't remember like the pattern at all, you're screwed.
So it's really cool because you get to optimize it a lot, and I like stuff like that. So basically, this is an auto scroller. He just moves through the level as he pleases. You need to kill stuff so that he doesn't run into it blind. But the first guy's pretty slow, so there's a lot of stuff we can do while he's sort of running through. I'm gonna go for clearing out this whole room. That's good. Good. Cool. And we're back. Going.
yeah. The first guy basically just follows the path on the ground.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have to hit that again, otherwise it'll pop back up before the guy reaches it again.
I'm also gonna get gems before here so that I can have fun. Second blind guy challenge. Like, it doesn't mean anything if I miss it, but I just get to have less fun. So we got all the gems, that's good.
Yeah, nice.
One egg. If you clear. Yes, it's bombing time. Here I come, my little eggs.
Yeah, we know Chono hosted us, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
We got a lot of...
Decent.
yeah, it's a decent raid.
Oh, I need...
Yeah, the second guy moves much faster. But
Yeah.
So this time, I haven't rooted in yet, getting all of those gems. It is possible to do. And
yeah, the task does it. But
Task does get all the gems during the blind guy challenge. It
crazy.
saves quite a lot of time. But it's definitely difficult. Hopefully it'll be in the route eventually, but instead I just get to come kick this guy.
Yeah, getting all those during the second one seems... Like, it's hard to believe that it's even possible.
Apparently well done it. So,
Really.
Wallow.
Based wallow.
That's off, but
Yeah, it's off by 2. And this is the normal end of the level.
You are
so Polonius.
Just face your camera away and that happens. These flying guys are really scary because their gems can fall in the water, and if that happens, you can't get them, like, ever. I had that happen in my very first run. I had a gem fall in the water and had to load a save to get it again.
You just gotta shoot gems in fireworks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I ended up getting the extra gem in fireworks as well, but... Normally if a gem falls somewhere where you can't get it, like out of bounds, you just get the gem, like it just gives it to you. But
For whatever reason, they just forgot about doing that. Level.
So yeah, that was one of the lamps that you're supposed to have lit to get into Sleepy Fish.
These baskets.
God.
What am I doing?
Get him.
Yeah, how did you avoid?
Yeah.
There's piranhas in the water that are supposed to hit you.
Now I've enchanted towers. The last. Oh, and there's another challenge with bird, but it's the last time we really get to do some bird movement. Also, the second skateboarding challenge in the level. So,
More Squidboard.
Squidboard.
I missed the first one.
Yeah. This level's really long and really big, and it's the other level where everyone misses gems.
Yeah. Yeah, Midday Gardens is pretty bad for missing gems.
Yeah, show us all of the bone dance.
Dak didn't, so I don't have to.
Nice.
No.
Right, good one.
You're
We'll do
better than
another
that.
2p1, 2 run and bone.
We can tell who the speedrunners are here.
Hey, we did
Also, yeah.
14 tally run.
That's,
You did, yeah.
That's a thing you can do as well.
Hey, Paso, do you want a kick from TVB?
You can sort of jump up. As you're not usually supposed to stand there at all, but if you sort of hug the wall and do jumps, you can actually get jumps off that and get to the end of the level a lot sooner than intended.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sloped surfaces where you can't stand on them, but you can like charge jump along them. So as long as you keep jumping, you can stay on them.
I get a lot of the gems before there. Like, I have to wait a bit to do it, but it lets the cycle of the green toad line up so I can just flame him easily. Also makes getting those baskets there a lot easier. Then we backtrack to where we started and go through the rest of the level.
Didn't even do the hard jump. Can we ban retro for shilling in the chat?
That room's pretty awkward. It's got gems on both sides and floor stopping us sliding in there.
Get ready for
Yeah. Cover your ears.
It's fine. 117's an okay run to watch.
But even though he's hit the last rocket, it doesn't actually register that you've that it's exploded until you look at where the explosion happened. So
Because it's not on camera.
not on camera, it
it
doesn't
doesn't
happen.
happen,
Yeah,
yeah.
it seems to be a common theme.
And yeah, fun fact, that really loud explosion noise is fixed in the PS3 version.
And it's also like twice as loud on emulator.
Yeah. So, this is second skateboarding. So, get some more fun squid action.
Yeah.
Isn't this the... Let's start with something easy.
So you go through this
You can jump
tutorial
off
where
the
he
end of
teaches you how to
ramps
do
by
tricks.
pressing the X button. I'll show you how to do it once. Then it's your turn. Okay, now...
Forward wants to know how your run went, Eka.
Yeah, you got a 32.
32.
Yeah.
Whatever else.
Hey!
Got a
That's how I remember it.
The hardest. Just like hop on the balloon. Yeah.
Just you just
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
charge.
the
You just gotta
old-
charge at the guy's head.
Yeah.
And the online thinks it does.
Yeah. Every like cheat code page for Spyro 1 says that you can just jump on the balloonist's head in the first world and just skip it. But
It does, it's not a thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone says it must be a thing.
How else did you get a 32?
It's like the relic times in Crash 3, so I'm like, yeah, they're infinite. It's like, no. Really well.
Now that...
Yeah, we're playing Splatoon now.
Retro's never seen Squidboard before.
I had never seen it before the other day when I did it.
Didn't even look online for cheat codes as a kid.
I mean, I did. I had all like the green and yellow
Yeah.
and stuff. But
So yeah, now we've done the tutorial. You have to do a competition with him
Whoever
where
scores the most points in the
You have to get more points than he does. So
Let me guess, you gotta wait out the 2 minutes, don't you?
you do, but it gives us a chance to get all the gems during
Oh,
it as
yeah.
well. So
So like, Hunter's pretty good, but I don't know. I feel it'd be kind of unfair to get any points before like a minute left on the clock.
it almost looks like you're intentionally going slow.
So we get to reward that here. Fun.
What a sick trick. Why don't you get any points for it?
Yeah.
The bad.
Yeah, you kind of have to jump there. It's all good.
Yeah, we're fine. I don't know. Guess now I better start getting some points.
Yeah, for some reason they put in some like combinations of tricks that just give you 1 billion points.
Yeah, because special. Wanna hit that special?
Little reference.
It's funny.
Points now. I'm just gonna get these last gems, which are a lot easier to get on foot.
Yeah, I didn't either. Like I was always trying to get them on the skateboard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get a thing. I haven't got it yet, and it's like
5 seconds.
probably. Oh,
What do you?
I wanted to flop.
I can't.
Right.
If you bonk at the end, do you get the bonk animation in the?
Yeah.
Yeah, the crash animation.
Alex, I tried, but the game doesn't register tricks properly. Right.
Yeah, so those like green toad things are really strange. They behave completely differently as Spyro and as Sergeant Bird.
I think you're supposed to get them with Sergeant Bird.
Well, it's some of them. Like
Yeah.
these ones here,
You're meant to go with
do it
rocks.
Spyro.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's the
that's
rocks
true.
around. But you can actually just do the angled flames and
Yep.
hit them.
This challenge is cool. Farley, but Farley's kind of slow, so
Yeah.
just forget about Farley.
Yeah, we don't need him. Speaking of angled flames. So you're supposed to like lead the dog onto the buttons and he raises platforms. But-
Raise your platforms.
Yeah, raise your platforms. But yeah,
Yeah.
who needs that? That's a really weird one as well. Like you want to do like a not very good jump to make that. It's really weird.
Yeah, because you want your glide to last longer. Because if if you glide for a really short time and then hover, you get like very little height
yeah.
off of the hover. So you need to like glide a fair bit longer than it feels like you should to actually hit that button. Because you want a lot of height out of the hover while you're flaming.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just forget about the dog and he finds his way back.
Rip doggo. These angled flames are actually kind of harder than they look, in this game at least.
I know we do Bird to just sort of clean up the level.
Yeah.
There's flying dudes that like are just impractical to get with Spyro. And pretty sure you can get most of them with proxies that you can get in this level, but it's just not fast at all. So get into Bird and get all of the...
Yeah.
Which you also need to be careful of. If they like just fly away like that and die off screen, then like their gems just won't home in because no cool video game. So you need to like fly towards them as they die to just ensure that you actually get the gems from them a lot of the time.
Yeah, this is the only place in the game where you get Spyro and another character in the same area, and it makes the routing really interesting.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I like this level quite a lot. Just the actual design of the level, which like the fact the level was made with like 2 characters in mind is really cool to me.
Well,
Yeah.
two characters that have like one's air and one's
Yeah.
Yeah,
base.
completely
Yeah,
different.
completely different, and they've done it well.
And there's certain stuff you can only get as Spyro as well, like the head bash crates
Yeah, yeah.
and like, good. And that guy's in a good spot as well.
Here.
And yeah, we meet these guys again. They were in Skelos in Spyro 2 as well.
Yeah.
My friend is
No! Right.
Feels bad.
So now we get to fight Spike. He's the second boss in the game. Probably the hardest as
Most
far
fun,
as
though.
like actual difficulty. There are harder bosses to do well, but Spike, like I wouldn't like be surprised to see like literally anyone who runs this game die on Spike.
Spike is easily the most fun boss in this game.
Absolutely.
Like, no contest.
Just ask was 12 how fun Spike is.
And he's born as well.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause
Not
she-
in 1.0. Funnily enough.
For some reason, that cutscene just doesn't play in one.
Oh,
You just get a
really?
loading screen. It saves like
Dang.
6 seconds.
Amazing.
Yeah.
my tactical.
Bad RNG with that one. Wait.
Oh yeah, I guess something that's worth pointing out. Jeremy just reminded me. This game actually has adaptive difficulty. So yeah, so as you get, if you die a lot or don't collect much stuff, the game gets easier. And so in an any percent run, you stay in easy mode for most or all of the run. I can't remember, but the big difference is that this fight is way easier on easy mode.
Yeah, you only need 6 hits.
Yeah, he takes less hits and he does less attack. Well, obviously, because we're collecting everything, like this isn't easy mode, but yeah, this fight will be way shorter in any percent.
Yeah, any percent you have. Normally you.
Oh, that
Okay.
that shot.
Normally you have like there's 3 phases, so you got three rocks, 3 fire, and then 3 shooting the blue things. I don't
Yeah.
know what they're called. But you have 3 of each phase usually. If you go into easy mode by like doing any percent, which you can't avoid, then yeah, it's only 2 per phase.
Yeah.
So.
I guess it's also probably worth noting that you aren't like there are ways that I don't really even understand to keep easy mode through like doing a 117 for example or
Yeah.
100 egg, and that's actually banned.
Yeah, I know. If you load a 117 file, it puts you in easy mode, even if you start a new game.
Yeah.
Like it's really stupid, but
One day we'll find
it's
out.
not allowed for
What other
runs.
sorts of differences are there?
There's just certain enemies that
Some
don't
enemies
spawn
don't
on
spawn,
easy
yeah.
mode, like their gems will just be sat on the ground.
Huh.
It's not a big difference. It's mainly just Spike that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you notice it in the first few levels sometimes. There's just a couple of enemies that just don't spawn.
I guess there are challenges, like for example Ghastlies that we did in Cloud Spires
Oh yeah.
is a lot slower.
Yeah, the ghosts
on easy mode.
move slower on easy mode. And you get more time on your, like, between
Yeah.
them.
The Superfly lasts a
Yeah.
lot longer. There are probably other differences that we don't really know about because we never really encounter side challenges that we don't, like we're not on hard mode for in 100 egg
Yeah.
later on.
It's kind of hard to stay in easy mode while
Yeah.
actually, like, doing stuff in the
Yeah.
game. Didn't know about that.
What was that?
Apparently there's a code to force difficulty.
Oh, that's in.
Do you mean like a cheat engine code or like
No,
an
no,
in-game
just a
cheat?
standard in-game
Oh,
code
okay.
menu.
Oh. Haven't seen that.
Interesting. Shout out to also, he's a god tier Mega Man 8 runner.
So you can see here I'm like, normally this attack just sort of goes wildly, like I use it occasionally where it goes, like it's got a wide arc of fire but if you just spam X, it just goes in a straight line. So it works really nicely.
Yeah, after the first boss level, they start getting quite a lot harder. And more punishing if you die. Like the boss in this level is awful without rapid fire. Wow, Silver. I probably just didn't even understand what it meant. Like, what do you mean difficulty?
How exposed do you feel right now? Like,
yeah. Damn, I'm gonna get invited for an interview.
So,
so
you
that's,
just-
Yeah,
That's the boss.
yeah. So you wouldn't have seen that, but he actually spawns like little bugs from. So if you're doing it like normally, he can spawn little bugs that annoy the hell out of you.
Yeah.
It's like a bird's
Doing
eye
it
view.
intentionally, doing it the right way.
Bird's
Not
eye view of the first
fast
boss in
way.
Jak and Daxter.
Yeah, Jeremy's got my back.
Excellent work.
Yeah, so he's got the sparks finder now, so he has to go back for that jamming bird. Normally you would just leave at this point, but he has to do this again.
That's the win, dude.
Pay for
It's just
money,
practice.
Yeah, just buy it. Yeah, I'd forgotten about the miss jam actually.
That was really close. That went really deep there.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see where this actually is now.
Yeah, probably in one of the hidden tunnels or something. I don't know.
It's funny, you can actually skip getting the abilities from the Sparks levels. If you like jump out of Zoe's talk box, you don't get the ability.
Really?
And the task does that
It's-
twice.
Yeah, it's the same as.
The task doesn't get the finder or the extra health.
Kill an enemy then.
Is it that guy? No.
No.
Okay. I'm thinking
It's
like,
outside.
do the enemies stay around or not?
Am I gonna? Hmm.
Again.
Just
Brilliant.
Hang on.
I haven't picked them up yet. Get this egg again. Big free drip. It's all good. Don't have to get an egg later on.
Yeah, you can just skip Tony.
Only we
Okay.
Epic.
Good. Oh no, you don't have
Oh,
sparks.
no.
It's that. That's the same one.
No, I
No,
missed the
is
one
it-
over the others. I
Oh.
don't even.
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how we didn't see that.
I definitely didn't. See it.
No, I'm convinced he blew that one up.
It must have been on the ground. Or is it green
Yeah,
doing
it must
so
have
blind?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
so
blended,
they
it
changed
blended in
Spyro
with the
back.
grass.
I thought it was
Blended in with the
red.
grass.
I thought he was missing a one at
This is a
first.
big
Nah, I'm
example.
missing it too.
Oh shit. That's what.
Fucking Insomniac, man. Didn't pay attention to the gem color.
Yeah, they changed. Yeah.
Okay, we're
So
back.
now we're done
back on
evening
track.
Lake and we're back on track.
About halfway through the game.
You want the brownie.
Give the damn man a brownie.
Yeah, well, once.
Yeah, I guess. Anyone else want another one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, thanks.
He's just
We'll,
gonna- nah.
we'll feed you if we have to.
No, I'm fine.
Listen to me, Drake.
So now we get to do the worst speedway in the run.
Yep.
It's still warm.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, it's held warm surprisingly well.
By far the hardest homeworld in the game. There are a lot of really long, really difficult levels that you can lose a lot of time on in this homeworld. And it all starts with Honey
Here we
Speedway.
go.
Honey.
Best speedway, am
I
I
heard
right?
this meme earlier, so I'm fully on top.
Yeah, this level is a pretty big map.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Really?
Parso.
I don't want to be fed a brownie, please.
Yeah. Actual focus.
Give him a brownie. I need sustenance for the next 2 hours.
time trial's not too bad.
Yeah. It's the race that's like stupid long.
Sausage and meatballs.
The flowers are also weird because some parts of them are solid and others aren't.
Just gotta remember which parts are solid and which aren't.
I'm assuming it's uniform to some extent.
No, it's absolutely
It's insomniac.
No.
That was good. Now it's all about slope jumps off these. So essentially, you shouldn't, except for this one, you shouldn't really have to glide at the end here. But whatever. Although I think the task route gets a lot of those honeycombs from underneath, because that's something you can do. If you graze along the bottom of the honeycombs, the zone for them being...
Oops.
Yeah, I remember finding that as a kid, going underneath the honeycombs. It's pretty cool. Ronnie's disappointed at your time trial route. He thinks there's
Is
a
he
faster
talking
one.
about the IL one? Like,
I don't know.
they're
saying
not
there's some,
consistent.
Other
Like,
route.
if getting the things from underneath was like better, I would do it, but really inconsistent.
Jeremy laid down the law.
Call that running.
Oh, and it's worth pointing out that the homeworld route for this world is kind of decided somewhat by an event that happens after you do 2 or 3 levels. I can't remember.
3, yeah.
3 levels in this homeworld. Hunter gets kidnapped by the sorceress, and there's a few challenges that like you get from Hunter, including one in the speedway. And while Hunter's kidnapped, you can't do them. So yeah, you would have
It
to.
would require revisits if you didn't do them before he got captured, so it is rather important to get them out of the way.
Yeah, yeah, like you have to beat the boss in this world before Hunter comes back. So.
I'm pretty sure you have to beat the sorceress before he comes back.
Really? No, because he escapes in the cutscene after Scorch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world record holder, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
Reminder that
I only
times
know
don't correlate with
Sunrise.
game knowledge.
The most least interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not interesting and it's long. Just,
Then you get
And
sausage
scary
and
when you do
meatballs,
that,
it's
John.
exciting again.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry for Scorch's in Spyro 2.
That honeycomb in particular.
Yeah, those missiles are pretty cool, but you end up so far ahead of all the like opponents that it just doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they're usually used to like slow down the opponents.
I guess also the races get harder as you get to like subsequent speedways. The opponents get faster. So like in Harbour Speedway, if you miss a few stars, you are actually in serious danger of losing the race.
Really not.
Well,
Like-
okay, if you okay, I'm sure if you
Yeah.
do like optimal everything, you're fine. But
Mr. World Record holder here.
but like
They almost exited them. The first time we see that it's optimal to enter Hunter from the race instead of the time attack.
Yeah.
I'll be doing some interesting stuff at the end of this challenge as well.
did you get it?
I mean, there's 7 more before I get the race.
Basically, to explain, this challenge you're allowed to take, I think it's 5 hits before the UFO comes and chases you down. And basically, the task does it way more cool and hits like everything at the start and then just jumps up and down, and the UFO like goes super fast and just speeds ahead of you. But RTA, for like just to prevent failing this, I just hit the last like 5 objects or something, and then he comes after me, and I just jump. So it just speeds up maybe like a second or 2 at the end of there.
Yeah, the
Where
way
he comes forward to his death point a bit faster.
Yeah, the way the test does it is great because you like jump up and the UFO comes in to try and abduct you and it just pushes you forward instead. It just speeds you up. It's great. Yeah, we're through, honey.
Very long.
Hearing that Final Fantasy music in the background.
Now it's 600 gems a level for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, the levels get really long in this one. Charmed Ridge isn't too bad, but some of the others are crazy long.
Spyro.
This level's really good, actually. I like this one.
Yeah, Charmed Ridge. Mushrooms kind of sucked, but
It sucks in any percent, but in, like, it's like end game with a proxy that ends your runs if you fail it. It's like
Similar to this in the similar vein as Spyro 180% that you touched it earlier, that wall just doesn't exist. You can just go straight through it.
yeah, levels
And
with Ridge in their name have.
if you have the time
Yeah.
and want to make the effort, try and find a highlight from Tuval where he actually found that.
Yeah.
And he predicts finding it, and it's just like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a hole in the wall here? And then there's a hole in the wall
Yeah.
there.
Like, cause the old strat for that skip is really hard and like requires jumping around some scenery, and it's just was a really big run killer back in the day. Yeah, and then Tuval just randomly finds that out of bounds and it becomes free. Like, just, the wall's not solid.
Yeah.
According to I just bought some Insta Sprout Ultra Super Growth.
They do an interesting thing here that Grant found. The seed plants.
That's the
will
thing
do
that
it.
Grant definitely finds a lot. Those seeds have a habit of not planting.
So if you like hold X and square and then let go of square, you can get like a super jump off these mushrooms, and it just makes getting to that platform a bit easier.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You can just like flame and head bash and then you open them in, but I guess that's a bit more stuff.
Also spin jumps again.
Yeah, mushroom spin jumps are great.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do a puzzle with seeds to get up to those, but you can just spin jump on the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the link, it looks
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the broken link. Yeah, and base Twitch just killing all the old
What
hoes.
was I doing?
Nice job.
Anybody else don't need to.
Yeah, you can just make it with a good hover.
Yeah. Don't need to do any of this puzzle here. Just another spin jump at the end.
What's this puzzle actually supposed to be?
So you get a bunch of seeds from the NPC, and like,
You're supposed to manage them.
yeah, there's flowers and there's mushrooms, and you bounce off the mushrooms and use the flowers as platforms, and
Yeah.
to work your way up. There's like seeds scattered around the place.
Yeah.
This challenge actually got really cool with what I talked about earlier in 100 Egg, where like you only use 2 seeds and you just do those super jumps up to pretty much to the top.
Cutscene glider. Do you even do that in this category? No. Yeah, these rocket bottles are weird. They tend not to pop until you look at them. And so you'll see them all pop as he runs around this way, even though it's been ages since he hit them. You can see the gems popping out. Caused some trouble in the task because he went too fast and the gems like respawned. Had to reroute this section.
Yeah, we basically do 2 laps around, leave one in one corner, and go get that again later. Doing 2 laps ensures that they all pop and you can get them from.
Yeah. mystery jar up there that we're gonna save. Not gonna get yet because the mystery jar respawns if you go in the side area. So we need to do this first. Last time we're gonna see Sergeant Bird.
25 out of 25.
Good day, Spyro.
Yeah, that's fine. I think I'll live with the loss.
So these guys are supposed to like fly around, and I should probably like also listen.
Yeah, that's
It's fine.
No? Okay. Yeah, these guys are supposed to fly around and you chase them and stuff. But you can actually just kill them as they come out of their little hole if you time it right.
The only one that should be hard is the first one, because I have sound cues for all the others, but the first one you need to shoot a lot earlier.
Only missing one is not a big deal.
I must admit.
This last one's really bad if you miss them because they can like shoot fireballs at you. Very nice.
That's good. Problem is with that you can't actually hit them immediately as well. You can only hit them when they start moving because there's like an invisible sort of wall there, so you can't actually hit them. It's very timing based. So yeah.
All right, so now we get to do the mystery jar. A little nifty little out of bounds here.
Yeah.
Get to this egg.
Yeah.
And then use the fireball to blast through the rest of the level.
You have to be really careful with the fireball here. If you fireball the mystery jars from too far away, they like won't actually trigger.
Yeah, the jar will move, but the gems won't.
Yeah.
So you just don't get the gems at the end.
Yeah, you pop the last one and it just does nothing. So
yeah, like Paso just kind of waited for a sec after he flamed them and everything's fine.
pretty much.
Yeah, thankfully that's not a thing in Spyro 2 because we break them all with fireballs and it just would be awful. It's only a thing in this level.
So again, trying to do a bit of optimization there, breaking the mystery jar and then like charging off.
And that one enemy that you skipped doesn't have a gem for some reason. There's a few random enemies that just don't have gems.
And we get to be eaten by a whale.
Yeah, Ronnie, it's like distance and camera.
It's such a good emote.
Yeah, rest in peace, Boom Wild.
Oh, he's got an FFC now.
Yeah, but you can't use it in other chats.
Phase is the most annoying. Because it's like, doesn't really look like it, but it's right behind like a really thin wall. Really annoying to get around. The first of the really long levels of the run.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next two levels are the
It's
two
like
longest
11,
in the game. I
11,
think.
12
I believe so,
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Probably gonna get shouted at if I do a cannon jump at the start here, because I can't do the flop.
Does Cannon Jump even lose time?
Probably a little bit.
So he's gonna do a skip to get to the up to the end of the level. Kind of well, it's like the skateboarding thing again. Kind of early. There's a couple of strats. But first we need to use the cannon to break some stuff. Oh, good voltage down. There's the chest up there, and then break that so I can get through.
Ah, okay, I see what I did. Echo, and so I thought it was 2 clicks.
Ah. Yeah, I'm to get a jump off this cannon.
This,
There we go. Yeah, so you can do that, or there's a flop you can do where you just kind of charge jump up the ledge and, I don't know, make it up.
Yeah.
They're both pretty tricky.
another one of the cases where you can't really properly stand on that, but if you just charge straight off it, it's
Well, you can just stand on it. Most people don't even charge jumps, they just like land on it and then jump and glide.
Oh.
Because it's scary.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So, those crabs behaved pretty well. Sometimes they don't, because their programming is kind of terrible.
Spyro!
Oh my god, Silver.
Silver, please.
Fucking Canadians.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a level that has different music on different versions of the game. Yeah, so the actual Lost Fleet music only appears on the version 1.1. 1.0, yeah, 1.0 and the PAL version just use the super bonus round music for this level.
That was really felt like it's not a jump.
Yeah, but Squidboard should be a requirement for all runs. So yeah, just have to win the race here and get as many gems as possible. I don't know if you get all of them in this.
I do get all
You
of
do
them.
get, yeah, you
That's
get
fine.
all of them in this challenge.
What is?
Okay.
Does doing flips and shit actually do anything?
It gets you the boost. You can see it up the top.
Ah, yeah.
So it's sort of about managing boosts, trying to like keep boosting while you do more tricks to gain more boosts. Basically, once you get boost at the start, you want to keep boosting throughout the entire track, pretty much.
What was the skill point for?
I think killing all the crabs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so in this second one, you need to beat Hunter, but you also need to kill all the crabs.
Which crab programming isn't a whole lot better in this game, or in this like section of the level as well. So it can be kind of annoying when crabs just sort of do what they want, don't run at you, or like don't do something you expect them to do. That one's fine because Hunter will probably kill that one.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Hunter does normally kill that one. Yeah. I'm guessing you were trying to do some wall
Doing a trick and
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, triangle properly.
You can do some cool out of bounds in this section as well. You can
It's
kind of
really
skate
risky.
off the walls. Yeah, it's not good for the actual challenge because you skip checkpoints and stuff. But it's cool to play around with. Yeah, the
Yeah,
tassel.
yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah, but it's cool to play around with. You can like skate up the walls.
You can actually save yourself pretty well sometimes if you fall like off the edge, skate up the wall.
Yeah.
Definitely done that multiple times. And
Oh, skill points just for going fast, I guess. That'll be why I never got it.
but it's alright.
Sheesh.
What? Shit. My friend nearly speedrunning thing he's done. Lost Fleet skateboard aisles.
Nice.
But like, that on Cyberscore or something.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Good
What's a
enough.
top tier website that is only used by professional speedrunners?
Still got a bunch of IL tables and stuff on it.
Yeah, all those really relevant ones.
There's
Doesn't
all those
Monkey Ball
8
still
boards
use
on it.
Cyberscore?
Yeah.
Yeah, Monkey Ball's
Really?
like really competitive. Yeah.
Stupid unless people play Flappy Golf.
Wait, Flappy Golf?
Yeah. Just like golf, you like flap a ball around, so I can like get in the hole with the least amount of flaps. Actually pretty good.
Would you look?
Not much to say here.
Yeah, just kind of collecting stuff, killing enemies. That's the end of level egg. You have to guide crazy eggs through and like break all the walls.
They have to get the invincibility here to get the gems under the acid.
Yeah, this water is, or this acid, I guess. It normally damages you, but if you get the invincibility, you can swim in it. You can actually get swim in air in this level, but even if you're not in the acid, the water still damages you.
Oh,
So you have to keep the invincibility even while swimming in air.
Huh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so Boom had a route that did that. He like did it in his PV. He would get swim in air and kill all the vultures with swim.
One quick,
It was so good. Yeah.
so one quick thing I'll mention there is there's a little strat I do where like we call it magic stairs, where if you sort of grind up against the stairs and jump, it'll just sort of land you on the edge and give you another jump. And it works pretty well there, and it's actually really easy off the stairs over there. Saves a little time, it's nice. Means you don't have to like stop and awkwardly jump.
Point out those vultures were actually pretty nice. They can be a real pain
Yeah,
sometimes to
Basically, as far as like they run on a global cycle, I think. And so generally, like if I play from skateboarding, because that obviously restarts it. So if I play from skateboarding pretty well, and generally expect where they're going to be.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. If you miss them, they go on this really big loop around some scenery and just can't get them for a while. And this is the other really long challenge in this level.
These here
So what are the collection totals?
press the X button to speed up.
You get there's 150 eggs and 20,000 gems.
Torpedo will start to lock on. Get the lock on. Fire away with the circle button.
So yeah, you can't get the gems in the submarine, so we'll come for those later. But what we need now is to break the containers and to kill all the subs.
I still tracking onto him?
What the hell? Yeah, so the lock on in this is great. It doesn't work that well. Oh my god.
Loads of fun.
What would the captain say? Don't fire the torpedoes. Fire the torpedoes.
Okay. Oh, Captain. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, where are they?
It's okay,
Oh
they're
my
all
god,
over
they're all
here.
just hidden.
I don't know what. It's the,
Yeah, so oftentimes you have to kind of bait them through these tunnels. Like they'll just hide in here and you have to go in, back out.
kind of. So you can see there, I went inside the tunnel to draw him out, and then I've never seen one turn around inside a tunnel before.
Yeah.
That helps though. Quick, fast. Keep on.
And then we get to do it all again.
Yep.
Except this time they drop mines that kill you in one hit. So.
Yep.
Get on, little dragon.
There's also one extra one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had 7 this time.
That's already going.
So the subs all have paths, like they follow the same path and then can just like turn around and crazy stuff on that, but it's generally like fairly, like you can know where they should be sort of thing. About finding them on their path.
Move back in the center.
Yeah, yeah.
Still in
these subs were originally green.
Yeah, so they put it into the
Algae stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, this needs some like green right now.
Alright, so now that's both subs done, so now we get the invincibility and collect all the gems. You can replenish it, they've got another one under here, so I think you have to go through it. I think you only go through it once, don't you?
You go through it
Twice.
You probably only need to go through it once.
Yeah.
Because it's just in the way.
Yeah,
And
fair
I go
enough.
past this time.
Yeah. Because if it runs out, you just die, so...
And then there's actually a pretty tight... Like, you don't have a whole lot of extra time to get all these gems off this cycle. Shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, so you have to go pretty much all the way around here.
So you can just like go back and replenish, but obviously like not having to go back down and replenish it saves a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah.
All the gems.
No problem. Nice.
So coming up we have Bentley, which sort of a break in the middle of the two really hard levels in this home world.
Bracket proxy. Yep.
And I need your help next time. They've bullied me into doing world record proxy.
What? Like you'll see it.
In hell.
The next level.
Yeah, right here.
You know it.
I will, but like, I just can't think of it at the time. Then Duck got a 216. He was helped by Trihex.
Nah, Trihex just did it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. He didn't run, Trihex just came.
Yeah.
Another spin jump. And the final out of bounds into a side area, actually. Side characters, home world.
Yeah. Yep. Not bad.
So this level's not the most interesting thing. Your Bentley, he's slow, he just sort of walks through the level and very fun.
If you use
So here is one interesting thing to talk about. The seals that are behind me now run on cycles. Their cycles only move when they're on camera. So I've not got a very good first one here, but hopefully I can get the second two. Yeah, so that's a good second one. So basically you manipulate your camera movement so that the seal cycles line up and they throw their snowballs at you right when you get to them. We died doing it.
Right. Good stuff.
Such memes. Dang. Get shit on wed.
You do the proxy?
There we go. Order the proxy.
So,
Does absolutely nothing.
For whatever reason, you can lose 5.5 seconds there for no reason, but it looks cool, so...
World record.
Hey. Look big, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the only interesting thing in this level.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know how much you've said about Bentley, but
He's slow and fat.
yeah, that's pretty.
You get to squash Bart here, that's a cool strat, so he doesn't talk to us until I want him to.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Why not just get this stuff after you talked about?
Like, as far as I know, there's no like squashing him.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's a small little strat here where I'll try and get into this tunnel ahead of me in the same jump that I break the ice with. Not too hard, but... whatever reason that guy's standing on top of a tiki pole. Who knows how he got up there, but he's there. Don't really have to stop at all through this area because Spark's range is long and Bentley's slow. But yeah,
Oh
Hunter
yeah,
just
that's
got
he
kidnapped.
gets kidnapped. We mentioned that before, but that's when it actually happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you hadn't done Lost Fleet or Honey Speedway before this point, you'd be pretty screwed.
We have
Yeah, but that's slow as heck.
something that should hopefully go pretty well. But there's
Good
quite a lot
head.
of potential to not go very well at all.
Double dragons.
Let's go monkey.
And monkey.
No monkey.
No monkey.
No monkey.
Are you going for Agent Spyro?
No.
No,
No.
I'm just gonna zigzag. you
Yeah.
know?
But
Just do task strat.
Yeah.
No, he's kidding. You always go for it as far as
Yeah.
117. It's so good in 117. So yeah, this is the longest level in the run, I think.
I believe that Lost Fleet is actually quite a little.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's longest in the task. I don't feel that.
Yeah, quite
feels-
possibly.
Yeah.
A good segment for this is about 9 minutes, where a good segment for Lost Fleet is about 12.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it's got a lot of very spread out gems from these containers, and then stuff you have to break with these rockets, which are only in a couple of places in the level.
And there's a couple of pretty long side levels as well, so you can get them pretty quickly, but yeah, they can go quite long.
Double drag. Oh, nice. The guy exploded all ninjas. I don't know.
Yeah, these ninjas are weird. They don't all spawn. Well, I mean they're predictable, but they don't spawn like from the start. Yeah. And the aim of this level is just to like escort Greta through. Even though she doesn't really need your help, she just beats up all the enemies.
Yeah.
I guess you just follow it.
Didn't need to go out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know how to make a fun game.
Try and grab one of the nice. Grab one of the gems before it falls down. Otherwise, you have to go all the way down and grab it. I mean, you get it at the end of the level anyway, but like it's a detail.
Eurocon made a World Not Enough for N64. It's not
Good
great.
game.
It's not
That's
that-
a
it's
great
not that-
counterexample.
No, it's not that great, but it's functional.
And
What are you doing? I thought you were gonna do the skit.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you don't do that. I did that in my first 117 run. And it doesn't work. Yeah, so there's like there's an egg up at the top, like above where you start in this area, and in 100 egg we get that. And until recently it was a PAL only thing where you could damage boost straight up to the egg and skip this whole area, but kind of recently it was found to be doable on a TSC as well. It's just way harder.
yeah, basically, don't know exactly what it is, but there's something about like how far the bomb travels on PAL, as well as like or how far the explosion sends you.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't as good on NTSC.
Yeah.
And we found out if you just sort of let the guy move to the middle, you can like just get the bomb will just come far enough so that you can actually get it.
It's not useful in 117 though, because firstly you need to go through anyway to get the gems, but also the ninjas don't spawn if you go through the areas backwards. So you would have to like go through backwards and then turn around and come through forwards to spawn the ninjas, and it's just terrible. Good stuff.
It looks like.
I had to watch Greta people up. She does, I
Yeah.
promise.
Hey.
Alright, and now we pray for no
Pray
monkey.
for fucking Agent Spyro. You got this. You got this.
Oh,
Oh,
damn
never
it.
lucky.
So there's a skip you can do there where you pause on, I think it's one frame.
Yeah, it's one.
Yeah, you pause on a specific frame going in there, and you get to like pause buffer a jump out of, or just charging out of Agent 9's talk box. And then you kill yourself in that room and respawn in this area as Spyro. So you don't need to bother with like Agent 9's terrible movement in this
Yeah, his
section.
movement's really awkward, and the fastest movement is actually to do this zigzagging, so
Yeah.
and it gives you like incredible amounts of speed, and sometimes so much that it'll just like send you up the wall, and
Yeah.
you can like control it, but it requires a fair amount of practice.
Yeah, in categories where you don't have to get all the gems, Agent 9 is technically faster than Spyro if you
Yeah.
can zigzag well. But because it's so uncontrollable, for 117 you want to get Agent Spyro where you can.
Yeah.
But because it's, like it's hard, so you're not going to get it every time.
Why don't use upside down controller strats for that? Honestly.
If they could mash better with your fingers, then that's...
Yeah. I don't know. I got like 50% consistency, which is a lot higher than I've seen a lot of other people.
Yeah. Yeah, the hard thing about that though is that you have to match the start button on a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone's used PlayStation controllers, yeah, that start button is not meant for that.
That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, and at the start of this section, he like aimed and grabbed a secret weapon thing. He got on a skill point.
Yeah.
It's like a rapid fire machine gun. It's got a load of ammo and it just makes breaking stuff in this section way better. The normal gun is pretty slow at firing.
Get this one.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah, so if he dies, he has to go back to where he got that first egg.
Also won't have the...
Oh, you won't have the
gun.
the gun.
I would recommend anyone to watch the task of this section.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, we're talking about zigzagging being like uncontrollable, but a task can control it completely.
Yeah.
And so it's just ridiculously fast.
I think it gets in and out of this section in probably like 30 to 40 seconds or so.
Yeah, with all the gems.
Yeah. Absolutely insane.
Okay, so I didn't die. Got too poorly, so I'm okay with that. It's a shame I don't get to show off Agent Spyro, because
Yeah,
I still get to show off zigzagging later, so it would have been cool, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay.
It's all good. Basically, you would have just seen like Spyro, but in first person. So you'd have just been like charging like normal, but you'd have had his first person view.
We got double dragon, which is fun.
Yeah, no.
It's actually really fun casually. A lot of people like this challenge.
I can't stand it.
Speedrunners.
Even casually, I can't stand it.
Nah, I knew a lot of people still.
Basically, like, the reason this level is really hard to optimize, because one, you need Agent Spyro, which, as we said, it's a one-frame trick. You don't get it all the time. Even if you get that, then you need to do this challenge. And so I think, like, my best seg is with Agent 9, but I had a really good Double Dragons, so...
Power Brigade here is also permanent.
Yeah, there's no time on that. Just lasting until the exit this area. They perfected the one from Metropolis.
So this is another really good thing to watch from the task, because he does this challenge really well.
I remember watching him do this live, and it's just like rerouting everything. So good. But yeah, these dragons, you have to keep hitting them, and they slowly regain their health if you stop hitting them.
Ideally, you want to prioritize killing one first and then aiming for the other.
Yeah, otherwise they just regain their health.
Yeah.
You can... I don't know to what extent you can manipulate them.
RTA, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, the way they move is basically based on, like, where you are in relation to them, but I don't know, like, I need to sit down and do this challenge for hours to sort of figure out how viable it actually
Yeah, that
is.
sounds fun.
Also talk to Nitroff to, like, just ask how it's actually done. But yeah, if you ever need information on this game, Nitroff is the guy to go to.
Yeah, Nitrovsky.
But that wasn't too bad, honestly.
Been a lot
Pretty
worse.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Ronnie linked the Agent 9 section in the task. Yeah, that's pretty close to the end for this level. Just a few more gems at the end. Or at the start of it.
That was actually... Neither of the challenges went really well, but they didn't go poorly either. So. And now we have the most fun level in the game.
Wait, what is it?
And by
Yeah.
the most fun level, I mean the absolute worst level of the game. I think we've got an arranged fight between Ika and Zumi.
You're doing blindfolded boxing, right? Not even memeing. You said you would.
I would. If someone blindfolded me, I'll do it.
Wow.
It'll make it more interesting.
Amazing.
Maybe go to Rocket and find the Moogle blanket.
Yeah, since the GDQs love to do blindfolded punch out, I
Yeah.
figured we'd keep that meme alive.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, so you, so you use the
entire level blank.
you use these light towers to melt stuff, and then try to get proxies. Maybe.
No.
Ah.
So the proxy just saves a little bit, and like you don't have to go over to those gems later on. Not too big a deal. I've been really bad at Mammoth since I've come back, but it's not too difficult to proxy.
Yeah, there's another mammoth proxy you can do, where you like charge it off the edge of the, like off the edge into the void, and then jump after it. And proxy off it, like when you're falling to your doom. It's so good.
Go for something here that's actually impossible, and I don't know why I go for it, but people say you can do it, but I don't believe them.
What's
I've
that?
seen Alex do it, but I don't believe him.
Oh, that's easy. I do
So
that.
It's,
That's
no,
like
it's impossible.
it's not even hard. What are you doing? You just jump from way further back.
This is Dak, do you
World
do world
record.
record?
No, I suck at this category. That's why, like,
That's why it's embarrassing.
yeah.
Dang, getting pulled out. Amazing.
But why the hell are you firing ice?
I got kissed.
Yeah, the fairy that he talked to at the start gave him ice breath. And you
It
just get
basically
for this
works
level.
like the super flame in Spyro 1. I get a smooch, and then I get permanent super ice
Yeah,
breath.
it just lasts as long as you're in this level. and then this is boxing.
Okay.
Or maybe.
Oh god.
There you go.
I'm just gonna have to like
You
chuck it
got
over their whole face. And then,
Ah!
You got it.
I knew you'd do it! Go and show him not
Yeah,
to
this is
knock
boxing.
Oh boy.
Remember
You
to
got
block
this.
his eye punches and hit
Oh
him
boy.
low when he tries to block.
This is blindfolded punch out right here.
Let's see if
He's on the left. He's the blue Yeti. That's Bentley. So the joke
Might
is
lose this.
the joke is that the strat here is to just jab. So like you just time it right. And when you push him into the corner like this,
Hey, well, I can feel I'm in the corner.
oh god, careful!
Careful now.
Oh,
No, no, rip
Okay,
blindfold.
we're done blindfolding. That was harder than I expected.
Okay. So yeah, when you push him in the corner, a weird thing happens where you jab him and it like breaks his guard, and the game thinks that you did a much heavier punch than you actually did. So you do extra damage, but get the same like recoil as a jab. Oh my
Blocking fucking heaps.
Far
yeah,
out.
this is
This
all
is boxing one. Like, I'd expect this from boxing two,
Oh,
but
God, no.
like boxing one.
Here we go, here we go.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
23.
yeah.
Good time.
Actually,
So yeah, good. A really, really good time for boxing one is like 42 or something.
Yeah.
Like left on the timer.
it's like 18 seconds.
You should go back and this time it'll be a free round match, and when you win, don't let him send you
And
off
so
in a stupid
the ultimate goal for boxing 2 is to kill him in one round. It doesn't always happen. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah,
already
this doesn't
dead.
look like it.
Far out,
Oh my
dude.
God.
I'm getting wrecked.
There's also a alternate strat you can do here, where you can exit the level and re-enter, and you do that twice, it takes you to round 3, and you can basically jab him once and then walk backwards and win via fatigue. It's kind of much easier, but it's a bit slower. It's still pretty cool.
Damn.
Yeah, he's just going ahead.
The fuck? I'm gonna lose boxing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Spin the disc button.
Like, I should just get one rounded so I lose faster. I don't have to go through 2 rounds. Holy shit! This is why this is the worst level in the game.
It like I wasn't gonna mention it, but so boxing is way worse on the PAL version, and one of the reasons is because the Yeti tends to just block forever, and you can never hit him, and it looks like that.
Yeah.
Like that's what boxing looks like on the PAL version.
Yeah,
Like, like what is that?
my console's actually power. I've got to tell you.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
You alright?
Oh, we're getting beat.
Duck and weave.
Right his ear off.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Triple.
I'm sorry, no. I guess 44 is about a time.
Fuck off.
Oh, he's getting angry. Channel your
This is
impulse.
like
Give him fucking down low right now.
the fight.
Oh, he's gonna calm you into submission.
No, get it.
Oh.
You don't have time. Okay.
Amazing.
Skill point, not bad.
Yeah, boxing is bad.
Yeah, that's everyone's favourite challenge.
Need a drink after that pass.
Need a wet towel, just wipe him down. Still got a skill point though. Can't have been that bad.
What's skill point? Is that just like being
Beat him in
Beat him
less
in
than
less
3
than
rounds.
3
less than
rounds,
3
yeah.
rounds? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't really know what affects that camera angle. You can get a nice camera angle for coming out of there. It doesn't really change anything, but it just makes getting out a bit easier.
Oh, yeah, this is the last time we pay money back.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we played him last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, cat hockey.
I'm just skipping to cat hockey though.
Yeah.
There's more hockey in this game.
Yeah. This one's better than
The better
Red
one.
Fox.
this one's better than Spyro 2
My
hockey.
goal to score.
even notice Spyro just hold them.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Like blinks.
Fucking J version.
Japcon.
It's Spyro H.
Spyro.
So the goal is just to get 5 in your goal before.
Oh no!
He's like stuck there.
Oh, no.
He is. I got the point for
I
it.
got the point. Okay. No 5 0 today.
That was good though.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Well done.
That one cat left bouncing in.
And yeah, that dragon egg is like in a sheep costume, and he's called Bar.
Thanks for helping out.
You don't get to see them, but all the little dragons have little cutscenes where they do weird stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, we skipped them all, but some of them are kind of cool.
Similar to some of the things, the ones in Say.
Yeah,
Quite entertaining.
The dragons all have their own little speech.
A lot of them just say thank you for releasing me, but most of them have kind of cool.
Nice.
Now we have RNG, the boss fight.
Yeah.
This is one of the worst parts of any percent, is this boss fight, because like bad RNG in any percent is like so it's so terrible.
And it's pretty
And
late
it's,
in the run.
Yeah, I mean it's bad in this as well, but it's less of a like percentage wise, it's less of a big deal.
Yeah.
That's it. I've had enough.
Alright. So you can't hit Scorch with your normal flame or anything. You get weapons to kill him with. Bentley drops green rockets and red rockets. Green rockets give you one shot, that's this one. They give you one hit, and it like homes in, but that doesn't even matter. The red rockets give you 50 ammo.
And it
like,
does the same
And
damage.
it's the same damage.
One of them. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
the
Second try red.
It's the second try red.
Also, Scorch has a few different attacks. The one he just did there, where it was the fireballs, that's actually the fastest before he drops his shield to move to the next stage, like next point of the arena, I guess. So ideally, you want him to do that.
And that was fun.
Yeah, that was really fast.
The yeah, so the red rockets are good because they can give you these double hits. Not that time, but just like, so he like does his attack and then he shields for a bit and then he moves, but you can hit him before he moves with the red rocket.
Yeah, the
Pretty
sun
bad
thing
attack
is
RNG,
the
I mean.
worst because like he just sits there flapping forever.
Yeah.
But that wasn't too bad. We got Starfish, which I don't mind, but
Yeah.
it's terrible if it goes badly. But
I hate all Sparks levels equally. They all suck.
one is a little slower paced though, because each room needs you to kill like almost all the enemies in it. So you can't just do what I've been doing in the other ones and sort of skipping enemies everywhere.
Yeah, it's like a dungeon crawl. You have to kill all the enemies before you can progress.
The reward for this is it sparks breaks.
No, this is
No, this is
health.
extra health.
Extra health, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so normally Sparks can take 3 hits, but
They don't have double gold.
yeah.
Yeah. If like you're lucky with the cycle of that green butterfly, you can sort of grab it and that room faster.
Is there I think there's a Benjamin, I don't know where it is. There is a Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders.
The egg from this level has the best name in the game. I'll see it when we get there.
I don't even.
Yeah.
So we'll find out.
It's just like my favorite thing. It's such a good one. So yeah, didn't get that blue butterfly because it would give you a power up that would override your rapid fire. I can't remember which power ups it was.
Mines.
10 mines,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're kind of powerful, but they're nowhere near as good as rapid fire. Gotta be very careful with conserving rapid fire in Arizona because you could very easily just blow through it all, killing the enemies.
Really want
Oh
that.
my god! Holy shit!
Like, it's not a big deal. People actually go for that because it means you don't risk it later, but it makes this room a fair bit quicker to still have green. But be careful. Grab it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, I've seen people get that one before. I wondered why. I guess it's just.
Jewelry.
And again, this is why we need the rapid fire because bosses. One's kind of not quite as fast as the other ones, just because of how it moves. But... There we go.
Yeah,
Anish one.
They.
Yeah.
Right.
Boss. And weird directions.
So yeah, that's World 3. That
So now that we're done World 3, it actually gets kind of like less linear than we have been with it. That because like there's no more levels to get to, we want the Sparks power up as quickly as possible. So we go beat Sorceress 1 so that we can do the Sparks level for the next homeworld. Basically because the Sparks level, Sparks will just break boxes and chests and vases, all that sort of stuff on his own. And if you're charging by it, just acts like a flame charge. And so it's like just allows you to optimize a lot in the final homeworld. So we just sort of boss rush and get to go do that pretty much instant.
Yeah, because all the other bosses you have to beat all the levels in that homeworld. But for the Sorceress, you only need 100 eggs, and we have that many just from getting everything, so we can do it straight away. Sorceress 1 is where the other categories would end, but not us.
Break that now, it works out nicely.
That's so annoying.
They're so poorly.
You did it!
Yeah, that's awkward. Yeah, this is the worst boss.
I don't know. People seem to really hate it, but it's okay if you practice it a bunch.
That's his way
As
of
with
telling me to
anything,
get good.
Hopefully we can get some vehicles fast.
Yeah, Ben, this is the good music. So this fight is weird. On another like music difference on the 1.0 version, you just get the music from the first time loss. It sounds so nice.
The very bad start to the fight. Got 2 hits there at least, and he shot another one. That's fine.
So yeah, they decided that we put vehicles in this game, so you have to use them for the final boss.
Got one yet?
And they're
Where
all-
is he?
They suck.
Yes, cool.
Oh,
That's really good.
nice. Yeah, that's good.
See my action.
So because of that, he can get a bunch of hits with this tank and maybe kill her. Yeah, this looks promising. Oh,
Yeah.
what a kill.
That's really good. Yeah. So basically, if he got knocked off that there, then there would, what's his face?
Agent 9.
Agent 9 would shoot down a UFO.
Shoot down a UFO, which he did there. You can actually see it in
Yeah.
the distance. So.
The UFO is way slower than the tank.
Yeah.
You have to go in big loops around to shoot
Yeah.
her.
Sounds like a good way to make money, Ben. How can I learn how to do that?
Yeah, straight to Sparks level. Bug bot.
No, not Spider Town. I lied. Just testing.
It's a prank.
Yeah.
Testing your knowledge.
The
Social experiment.
Yeah. Lost
Yes.
zoned out during Spider Town.
So these enemies are weird. They carry keys, and when you shoot them, they drop the key, and you have to grab the key before they pick it up again. And then they die.
That's not that weird.
Oh no, if you drop the key and I pick it up, would you be happy dying?
Would you just die? Just explode.
Hey, you got a key.
Right, you can do that. You can move backwards and diagonally. Fine. You want that on this one.
Yeah, you don't want to get invincibilities too early. And make the most of them. Oh my
That's
god.
bad though.
Get as much use out of them as we can get. Ideally, you can destroy that with the invincibility as well.
We'll finally get some action. Yeah, these green guys hurt when they shoot you, so you want to keep far away from them when you kill them.
This guy's weird because he's in a small room. Sometimes he can
Goes
just sort of
mad.
go mad or just stop and not do anything.
His tail doesn't hurt you, so you can just grind up right up next to him and just climb him with shots.
Yeah, it's the same sort of strats we do with a lot of the bosses where you just get up real close and hold X. You don't have to worry about spamming to keep in a straight line because they're coming out of your mouth. They're all in that very small space. Everything just hits the boss quickly. You can see now Sparks just break a basket because he's okay now. Really fun.
Yeah, so we were able to cut corners before by flame charging stuff, but now we can just go near stuff and it just breaks. So. Yeah. And this egg, like you don't get it yet, but the one that was just sat out there, that would normally be an egg from a thief, but after you kill the sorceress, the thief just disappears and leaves the egg behind.
Because they need to put money bags on the bridge so you can sort of have a bit of fun
Yeah, I'll
getting
see
your
that
money back.
in a bit.
Because like he needs to be on the bridge.
This is kind of hard.
It's a very, very small part you can stand on. You need a fairly good charge.
Problem is, you need to
jumping
not get your height cut by the stuff above you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to almost charge downwards.
A little bit, yeah.
Shout out to Master.
Well, well.
Thanks for rescuing me.
Thank you for releasing me. Yeah, so these guys, you normally bonk into them, quite, like that.
Yeah.
He moved just at the wrong time, but you try and kind of charge and just graze them so you don't bonk on them.
Challenge. Fun. To do critting here,
The-
the whole challenge out, but
The Manta from Spyro 2 got some upgrades.
Underwater tracking ammunition.
doubled it.
Isn't Nacho trying to take this out of bounds?
I didn't know that.
You can take it out of bounds the same way you do in Spyro 2. Like you just sort of charge downwards and diagonally.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I think you can take him into like the loading zone for the main level, and you just get like a weird animation in the main level if you're like still on him. Got one left. I'm gonna get the rest of the gems now. And he ended up right there. So that was really
That
good.
worked out, yeah.
I still need some gems, but it's fine. They're right above me. But yeah, that was really.
Nice thing about Sparks Finder is that it can tell you when you miss gems inside areas. No, he's not pointing.
This area is really annoying. A lot of shit all in the same place. Okay. You do a cool optimization for grabbing the gems that, again, pop out of those guys.
It's like the guys that play Spyro.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you got a head bash there. You like landed on the ground first.
You can see there what you sort of go for on all of them. If you just graze past them, like Dak said, the gem homes in because you're charging. This hand has really weird collision.
Yeah.
As far as I know from like what Nitroff said with the TAS, the hand is just like the actual collision for it is just sort of like slightly off of where the actual like visual hand is.
Yeah, I think he said it was like one Spyro width to the left of where it actually looks like it is.
Now we have Gil the plumber.
Yeah.
Hi, Spyro.
2D platformer voice.
Damage here. Saves a lot of time. Pass back there anyway. But
Forwards put the pressure on. It's so jumpy with this run.
I have no idea what pace I'm at. Feels like a bar, bird.
Yeah. And so ends the 2D portion of the run.
Yeah. Very out of place.
No, I think it's cool.
I mean, it's just the fact that it's the only thing in the room. That's it.
Damage boost there to get up.
Gotcha.
You can actually proxy off these scorpions. I don't think you do it in 117, but it's a really easy proxy where you just kind of walk around them and they do their attack animation where they swing their tail down and it squeezes you into the ground and you just proxy up. Use it in other categories to like do the level skip.
Yeah.
But in this you have to kill them, so it doesn't really work.
People have sort of tried, and it's probably possible in a TAS environment, to charge out of the procs that they give you, grab their gem. I don't think anyone's gotten that RTA. It's definitely not something that's viable in.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good question. Asking how we feel about Sheila and her representation.
I listened to all the dialogue for her recently, and oh my god, her accent.
It's so bad. It's
It's like American trying to do a terrible Australian accent.
and we get that gem, egg we mentioned earlier. Normally get from the thief. Next level's gonna be pretty cool if it goes right.
I'd say tonight. Yeah. This is
Because I didn't get Boar, we need to flame him 4 times. If you got Boar, you would only need to flame him 3 times, so it would save a tiny bit of time.
Yeah.
It's
And that's where the optimization comes in from. The less you pay money bags, the less you have to flame him.
Yeah. It's what everyone remembers about this game as a kid, and we do, like, barely even do
Yeah.
it. Like,
One thing you remember is that and skateboarding.
if you pay for everything you're supposed to pay for, you chase
Do
him
like
around for
3
quite a
laps.
while.
Yeah.
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 What the heck is Bonza tie?
Bonza. I love Bonza.
Bonza,
That's such a
right.
good word.
You bloody rip.
It's not racism against Australians. All Australians are racist.
Yeah.
Onto something sick. I read it on YouTube.
Yeah, this is where we get Agent 9 again. But this time it's in third person, and he controls a bit differently in third person. Zigzagging looks a little bit differently. Yeah, the Professor's pretty good there.
SpongeBob.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know if Tom Kenny does the Professor.
I don't really want to take much damage through this level. Those guys are the only guys that ever really end up hurting me. Sometimes the guys with the armor at the end, they're not too bad. Because for a skip at the end, I want as much health as I can to make it less risky.
Yeah, what's his right? It was Nancy, Thieves, and Cat Hockey. Oh, I remember that ad, Ben. It's so bad.
You clear?
Yeah, there's like one flame that you always have to flame him once, and then I guess it's one flame per thing you pay for. Maybe? I don't know.
Bird won't die.
But, like, even if you pay him 0 times, you still have to flame him once.
Nice one. Now I can
Yes, and you can sort of kill all of these birds as they come out of the thing. Quite hard
If you
because
did
they're invincible for like a little bit, so you can't just aim at like the base of it.
They're like the cat witches from Chandra.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, thank you, auto aiming.
Invincible.
I don't think I've another first. I don't know if I've ever taken damage there.
So yeah, this one's exactly looks like in third person.
Just strafing normally also is add faster. It's good to do. Try music. Another level that you seem to see people miss gems in a lot because of his balloons. For whatever reason, just when you're learning it, they're not obvious and people forget them a lot.
I've had, like, concentrated the gems on and stuff. Just break a chest and it's got like 825 gems in it or something. Like,
That's the case with a lot of these later levels, or mostly like Midnight Mountain, just because there's so many gems in each level.
oh yeah,
Hey, we
this
got
is
the
a
Tony
thing.
Jeep.
Yeah, so sometimes I think what happens is you collect the egg during the cutscene,
Yeah.
and then you collect it again on the time that you actually see it collect. So when you see it, it says you already have it. But you didn't already have it. Like, you could have just skipped it.
What the heck is that?
Annoying to get health from. Okay. Oh.
That's not even the first egg he's got the second time either. He got Siegfried in Sergeant Bug twice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The best
Professor Rowan, get it? Can you get it from Professor?
Oh yeah, so Strat here. Are you gonna go for it with Green Spark?
Yeah.
Okay. Going all out.
And I shoot the basket.
So you need to get back to the start of the level because there's things that you need to break with the bombs.
Oh shit!
Good shit.
That's like the worst thing that can happen.
Legendary.
There's
Oh
like
my God.
3.5 minutes.
How many times is that now? Like,
Nice.
yeah, like
Ever.
you'd never got it before like a few days ago. So yeah, you have to go through the whole level again.
Yeah.
Rip world record.
What was that?
Hold on, what was that?
Oh boy.
Just do front to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant is objecting to how you executed that. Yeah. Hopefully you don't need to get all the gems again, so you can just kind of beeline through. But
Still have to do all the challenges.
the reason, so I guess I'll explain what he was trying to do. There's some like metal. There's a metal crate at the start of the level that you need to break with the bombs, which you find at the end of the level. What you're supposed to do is grab the bombs and then just walk all the way back through the level for that metal crate. But instead, you can do some crazy zigzagging shenanigans and just like bounce straight back to the start across the water. Hopefully you'll see that this time.
Basically, saves 30 seconds and loses like 3.5 minutes or something.
It's really rare for people to go in the pool though.
Yeah.
It's not something that people really
Definitely
worry
doesn't
about.
happen.
Marathon
Yeah.
watch.
just as
There is an alternate strat to get back to the start that is
You need to
a lot slower, but it's
you need to
way
maintain
safer.
4 health as well.
Yeah,
That's right.
you need a
Bombs
lot of
again,
bombs
yeah.
and you
Yeah.
need max sparks, so it's quite a lot slower, but it's
Third egg we get twice.
very safe. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of eggs twice.
Yep.
See,
Oh, there you
that's
go.
what I was
That's
going
what
for.
it's going for.
Great game.
So that went a hell of a lot better than the first time.
Good aim. There's like kind of. Is there auto aim with the bombs at all?
It seems like there's a little if you like
Yeah.
jump. That's funny.
Let's do it while he's teleporting.
Just get teleported instantly
Yeah.
back.
You do it twice. The task does it twice actually.
Fourth egg.
Goes back to front and gets teleported back and then does it again.
That'd be devastating.
Okay, that's.
That shouldn't make it.
Yeah. It's alright.
Idiot bomb.
So the reason zigzagging is a lot more awkward in this level compared to the 2D sections is you actually need to hold diagonals while you're doing zagging.
Yeah, zigzagging in first person, you just hold forward. But there we go.
I don't make it. Cool.
Just pretend that happened the first time.
Yeah.
We talking about this is the first time.
Yeah. See if he's got it. Okay.
It.
So this is pretty cool level. There's some interesting stuff going on. It starts off pretty normal again.
Well, because the
Zigzag jump to the end, correct? Because front to back is like not a thing. Like, I don't know if it's possible, but
I meant like it's possible, but yeah, it's just not very viable RTA. Plus, like if you do front to back, you basically are doing like zigzag or like front to back to front, back, front to back. Like you just need to do stuff like multiple times if you do that. Got a pretty cool skip here.
yeah. Don't really skip anything. You just do it faster. Like you land on that thing while it's spawning. I think you can get it later. He swims faster. Get everything in this water, and then yeah. So,
That's a similar one to the one that was in the very start of the Spyro 200 run. Just like the animation of swimming, because it's so close to the edge, it sort of pushes you out onto actual land, still gives you swims.
And yeah, Grant makes a
Nice.
good point in oh nice, didn't take that. Grant makes a good point in the chat that Sparks' range gets even bigger while swimming. So swim in air is just nice for collecting gems like this. And then
This guy you're meant to get with fly, but he doesn't really know how to react if you just charge at him, so he just runs at you too. But you win the game of chicken.
He's really awful to catch with the Superfly as well.
Yeah, just ask Walkers.
Yeah, if you miss him. This is the last Bentley challenge, I think? Yeah.
I'm afraid a light tap on the head should sort
Trying to do an optimization here. You go to a certain spot where moles just like spawn. Yeah, you'll see in a minute, like there's just a spot I stand and moles will just continuously spawn there forever. I don't know. They stop after a while, but you can just sit here and farm moles for days.
Moles for days. They pop out briefly, and it looks like you can hit them the whole time, but you can't. And then they pop back out again and run around.
That was really good. I have a lot of time left, which means I can go get these gems. And where the gems end, there's another mole that just happens to like very conveniently pop up right here.
5 left, that's really good.
Well done.
Fun fact, that's actually a lot easier on PAL. You get about an extra 10 seconds or so for this challenge on PAL, and so actually getting that optimization is really free.
There's actually a bridge in this level that you're supposed to pay money bags for. I can't remember where exactly it is because
Right there, that bridge I just ran across.
Yeah, we never ever use the money bags. He charges like 800 for that bridge. It's ridiculous. Like, yeah. The further through the game you get, the more he charges you.
And the further through, not much is that expensive, and but
yeah,
pretty much everything. Like I'm pretty sure there's stuff that he charges like 2,000 for in this game.
Well, Agent 9's like 1,800.
Yeah.
His most expensive thing in Spyro 2's head back was 1,000.
So hopefully I can get Slide 1 cycle here.
Gems don't like to home in all that well on the slide, so...
Because you're going so fast, Spark sort of struggles to keep up. You actually need to like hit most of the gems. Nice. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so you go so fast through some of those that Sparks doesn't pick them all up. But. For some reason on PAL you slide straight to the egg. I don't know, it's such a weird thing.
Yeah, it's something with like the speed and everything, but yeah, you slide way further than the slide on PAL.
And yeah, those key chests work the same as they did in Spyro 1. There's a key somewhere in the level. There's not very many of them in this. There's like
Molten Crater, that one.
Desert Ruins. Yeah.
Isn't there one in Spooky Swamp?
Yeah, I think that's it. Cool.
There's like one in each home world.
There's 2 in Midnight. It's all good. Go for a fast door skip.
Yeah,
that looks good. Yeah, nice.
That's hard to do.
Reminder that that's TAS only.
Yeah.
when that was found, it was TAS only. But
cool strat.
Behind this.
This challenge would probably take like 2 or 3 minutes if you had to do it normally. but because they're Agent 9, bag's a thing. Gotta jump
Oh,
off
that
the
was
wall.
perfect.
Yeah, really good.
Normally you get like huge bounces there and fall down for ages.
Yeah.
So can't you fall out of bounds like off the left there?
There's an invisible
There's an
wall.
invisible.
That was really, really
Yeah,
good.
that was
Yeah,
crazy
that
good.
was
Amazingly good.
Ripper. That's absolutely ripper.
Yeah, just skips having to do like a gauntlet of 5 rooms or something of a bunch of enemies.
Also, all the NPCs in this level give you riddles, and you have to pick the right answer or they won't talk to you.
No mashing allowed.
Yeah, well, you can mash, but you can't just mash normally.
Yeah.
Do a small side skip here, just first part, slide over it.
You're really fast through the end here. So. There's a potential crash in this level. I don't think it's likely, but because of the sparks ability, breaking all the vases and baskets and stuff, and those rocks that land and break up, you can end up with just a bunch of shit on the screen, and occasionally it just crashes. But I think people tend to look away from the rocks when they go through that area, just to avoid that. Oh. Yeah, so what you try
It's fine though.
what you try and do with those guys is you let them throw a rock at you and then kill them and then pick up the rock that they threw, so you get to keep it for the next section. Yeah, so you just wait, let him throw the rock and just pick it up. Because the big yellow tombs you can only destroy with the rocks.
And also flame charge them. But
Yeah,
if you
that's
charge
right.
past while they get
Rocks charge
destroyed,
them, yeah.
it does home into you.
Now I have
Nice.
the thanks 2 and 3.
Riddle is fucking dumb because you can't do any strats there at all for it.
Yeah, the only one that's in the middle.
It's the worst thing in any.
The tanks one's alright, there's only 4 and they're all right in the middle though. But tanks 2, especially going in with green sparks, is going to be pretty scary.
You may now. My. Such a brave reptile you are. That you'll need much more than bravery.
Oh, nice. Just never seen that strat before. So you try and shoot these guys from long range before they start moving. Try not to go off the edge as well. You do die if that.
That was a pretty good
Yeah,
tank
that
too.
was damageless as well. Unless you get hit.
That
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so the same thing here. Try and grab the rock that he throws at you. Yeah. It's like almost like a flame charge. You spit out the rock as you charge past it, and the gem lands. Oh my god!
Get past it.
Yeah, I forgot that existed. That's awesome.
There is something you can do with these called a dupe, where you can pick it up like right as they explode, and like it'll still explode, which you can use to break stuff like the tombs and make these guys just kill themselves with the explosion and still get another one. But it's rather precise, and like sometimes it'll look like you got something in your mouth, but you just won't have anything in your mouth. So when you try and spit it out, nothing happens.
Simultaneous killing. Simultaneous.
So yeah, this last room has a bunch of tombs, and you can only destroy them with the rocks, so you have to kind of run through few times. Just farm rocks, actually, let's go. And the little mummies don't have gems because they spawn in so.
Yeah.
We have one more level, another flat, and then we have super bonus round.
Getting on the home stretch here. How did you not block that? Yeah, Dynamite is another level where you have to like wait for stuff a bit. It's got some interesting gem placements. Don't know whose idea it was to make cactuses have gems.
Cactuses have gems is
Yeah.
the worst. Except this one.
Yeah, this
It's
one's
okay.
good. You can find this one and get the egg. And these dinos have really awkward hitboxes as well. They persist once you kill them. Good examples of Spark's range
Yeah.
right there, getting them from so far away. But yeah, so most of the time you just want to flame a cactus and then go do something else, and then grab its gem when you come back through. But sometimes that's not very feasible, so you just have to wait.
Right away. These guys, you can do a similar thing with the grazing, like we talked about in Desert Ruins.
Yeah, you just kind of charge past them and they break without bumping. Did you miss? Yeah, you missed that. This water section is really awkward because you have the gems at the bottom and the enemies that are like higher up, and you have to kind of go up and down to get everything, and doing that in water is really awkward. Get through that pretty well then.
Actually do a thing there where I keep the gems on the left off screen, which seems to make Sparks more willing to break the vases first.
Really? Okay, that's cool. Reminder that the flame hitbox is random. Not even sure.
Demonstration, Spyro one.
Yeah. Like every time you flame, it comes out with a bunch of, like, I don't know what you would even call them. It's like straight lines of flame. And
Now we have another water tunnel, but this one's pretty easy compared to the first. But the skill point here is probably one of the hardest things in the game, like legitimately.
You're going for it, right?
I'll go for it, I guarantee I missed the first one.
You kill all the enemies in the tunnel.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like, it's so difficult.
They're so small. What?
Hey, don't
Were you
even-
trying to go through
I
the
was trying to go
rocks?
to, no, I was trying to go to the left.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
another attempt.
it's another attempt.
This is intended.
Doing this RTA.
Yeah, fun fact, the rocks that fall down are all individual hitboxes, so you can go between them.
we're in there.
For no reason. They could just have made it one big hitbox, but they didn't.
Oh well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, that's enough.
How many times did we the first one do? Twice as well?
Yeah, you failed the first
Well,
one twice as well.
Yeah.
Is it so good this time?
Yeah, so it's even. Fun fact though, you don't have to get all of the enemies in one go. Like they just don't respawn, so you can just try this as many times as you want to get to the point.
I didn't know that.
You're a cheater.
Yeah, that's all you need to do, just get through. You get the egg.
That was
Glad I said that was a lot easier and then failed it twice. inline auto-scroller.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing that would be really nice if we could do it in 100 Egg, where you can get past this guy and he doesn't talk to you.
Yeah,
Go get an egg, but
do some insane zigzag and just skip him. Someone's got a video of it from ages ago. Yeah, who likes rail shooters? Good basket. Oh my god.
oh my god.
Hey, there we go.
The guy that's outside there, bouncing the laser off the wall. Basically, the way this works is like the rail shooter progresses once you kill the last enemy of a set of enemies. So it doesn't really matter what you do for most of it, but I guess it's fairly standard for these sort of things where killing the last enemy is important to do relatively quick. Because it is the same. Because it is the same every time. Not too difficult to come from. No.
So you break all the baskets and some of the windows here just to make it faster when you come and collect all the gems later. Failing that in a race is like the worst thing.
Yeah, would be.
It's the last time we have to deal with Agent 9 movement.
But the movement's like really cool, but it's just so difficult to actually pull off really well.
Yeah. Like the perfect thing for a task, but...
Yeah. Because of just how uncontrollable a lot safer in sections like this, where it's like there's just void past here. Brave. Loss of the gems.
Cool.
Well, jumping.
That's the last level I get. Like, there's more
I guess
stuff,
you could count
it's the
SPR,
last
but yeah.
regular level.
Yeah.
So that head bash crate that we broke beforehand stays open. Might have missed.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
Not bad.
You went to the island at least once, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not hard.
You say that.
Yeah, what you said about the tunnel.
Someone's calling out tunnel in chat.
Fun fact, that's actually easier if you're slower, because the seagull's a bit forward, the angle's not so weird.
I know forward's just memeing, but it's kind of a legit question. What made you like get into 117, considering most people don't really like it that much because it's too long.
Like, I was like, oh, it's too long, like I wouldn't really be interested in it, and I don't know, just like running it, it just felt like right, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like there's not really something to explain it. It just felt fun. There was a lot of movement.
No, that wasn't one.
That was it. I just wasn't sure if I'd gotten the gem yet because how fast I was.
Did a 150. Tilts, I got a 150. I think.
Yeah, 150.
Yeah, it was 151, but like RTA time, so. Yeah, so last speedway race.
This race, for whatever reason, when people start out, it seems to like dump a lot of people, like not actually getting first in the race. The blue-footed boobies do actually go pretty fast, but
Not just people starting out. I've seen at least 2 like actual like runners lose runs here. Like
that would be devastating.
speedway race. Like
But I don't
KJ
know.
got it once, and I'm sure I've seen it another time as well. They're just like
You can sort of see here, I'm going to be like overtaking. I forgot. Let's do lap 3. I'm going to be overtaking this seagull or blue-footed booby at like halfway through lap 2. I don't know if there's like some RNG seed that sometimes like he just goes slow.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
But
Also, I hope you're ashamed of yourself for saying boobies on stream. Oh my god, that's supercharged. Don't scare me like that. Oh my god. That speed flop though.
Speed flop.
Yeah.
now we get Hunter's Ass, which is the last of the
dad ass challenge.
last of the auto scrollers.
Can I get some dat hasses in the chat? Is that even the code?
No, it says pass on chat with the double S again.
Ah, what?
I died.
Rip.
Not sure if it would be faster to get that blue star that's sort of to the right down there. Probably time.
Where are these?
Yes, they've been filled in. Oh my god, yeah.
I thought you were just memeing me.
No.
No.
This is another highlight. If you're wanting to watch like specific moments from the task, you should definitely check this challenge out. The thing where you can rotate the camera like you see I just did there. You can rotate it all the way around Hunter. Obviously, because in a task environment you don't need to see the rings at all. He spends the whole time just spinning the camera around Hunter. It's quite fun.
It's on YouTube.
I've seen it.
Like the commentator.
Yeah.
My internet decided to die when that happened. Like really early morning.
Yeah.
And we go to the last section of the game, bonus round. So we currently have 100%.
Yes.
So we're off to get our extra 17.
Congratulations.
149 eggs and 15,000 gems. That's 100%. Because you know 149 is a great number to end on.
Yeah.
It's not leading to anything else at all.
Got a pretty cool route for the start here. We do a lot of camera manipulation to make the thieves sort of run around into us.
This place is where the sorceress kept all of
This
her
one goes
treasure.
well.
But after she was defeated, a bunch of thieves...
The thieves run away and they just appear behind
If you
you.
can catch the thieves, you're more than welcome to keep the treasure.
Little skip here to reach the Superfly power up a bit early.
This is
A
a
lot-
really good cycle as well.
Yeah, a lot early actually. I think you're supposed to do this last.
Yeah, this is technically the last challenge of it. Oh my god. It's pretty irrelevant how long I take to get that, because we're waiting for that UFO, you just sort of go behind there in the cycle anyway, so not a big deal. And we'll go over these hills, charge down here, and the UFO will just happen to come out of that tunnel right about now.
The auto aim is really obvious here as well. The fireball's just curve. Not for the thieves, but for the UFOs.
Yeah, like that. I probably should.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So that's all of those.
I have subs too. It's not nearly as bad as subs 1 for whatever reason. It works better. It's a nicer place to sub around in, I guess.
You going for UFO?
Of course. I won't get it, but I'll go for it.
So it can actually be quite useful because the subs get packed in really small spaces, so you can get some of them without locking on sometimes. Pretty rare to get that in Lost Fleet, but you see it more often here. Nice audio.
Oh,
Oh,
this
no.
guy's absolute. Oh, what?
You still
I
locked
still
on,
got it.
what?
Right
All intentional.
You have to manipulate these last two.
Yeah, that's alright.
Isn't too bad.
Yeah, for some reason that doesn't warp you out when you get them all, so you have to exit manually. And this challenge. I don't even know what to say about this.
Yeah.
Pretty damn hard if you're playing this game casually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Yeah, if
people,
you
a long time.
Yeah, just like beating the race is really hard without like strats or anything. And then you obviously have to get all the gems as well. But all we're gonna see is a few little unintended shortcuts.
Has some slick strats.
Yeah, so he's just like turned around halfway through and just crashed near the start. I'm still on lap 1, but
Oh, good.
is that gonna?
That's fine. No.
Is that gonna? Oh yeah, there we go, lap 2. So you just skip like half the lap.
Means I'd have any chance of going for.
Yeah. So you can just skip like the second half of every lap as well.
Legitimately
Okay.
lost world records to this race because of like. Oh, so you can see I'm already.
Those crabs can be really annoying as well. They're able to like hit you off your skateboard if you're not boosting. You get the stars to conserve boost as well because they boost you without you having to use your own reserves. Tyler. It's like an old YouTube Spyro glitch person.
Haven't even heard.
So, get to sit here and collect gems from chests for a while.
The hype.
Yeah.
Basically, it's kind of cool if you do manage to one-cycle it, because I'm pretty sure you can just exit before, like, you don't have to wait for like the whole gem animation to go through.
Yeah, that the animation is just a visual thing. You're not actually collecting the gems during that time.
We crashed there because it's sort of hard to come get these gems.
Yeah, these crashes are all intentional.
Could be I already have the gems up, and I just get the gems that I missed. First portion of the track.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nice. Now we get the final boss. That's everything. That is
So I'll
everything
go for a
bar
skip
one.
here.
Yeah.
It's like really ridiculously precise. I think I've got it in one run ever.
To borrow my flying
But-
saucer. I've cast some spells on it to give it extra firepower and unlimited flying time.
this.
But the rest is going to be up to you. You've come this
Hey!
far, Spyro.
Oh.
I know you
Land.
can beat her.
Yes! Stop the timer! Timer!
That's 3:35 like 05 or something.
Sick.
Amazing.
So normally you get on the UFO and you have to chase her around and like shoot her a billion times. But if you just land on her like that, you can just flame her and she dies.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, that's 117.
Show us the jumping.
GG Parso. What was the
Yeah.
time?
3:34:30 technically.
Yeah, that was RTA, right? Yeah. Not bad.
Not too bad.
Considering you have to like revisit
Some stuff,
Bird
yeah.
and,
And
like,
Bird, yeah.
yeah, it's like a few.
Yeah,
bad
pretty
spots.
much those
And
two
8 to
mistakes
9,
I think
and
cost me
4.
about 6 minutes.
Probably. So yeah, it would have been the sub 330.
But no, that was good.
Very
So I
good.
think next up we have
Yeah, we have.
the opposite end
Yeah.
of the spectrum.
Yeah, no one leave. Everyone stay.
Everyone stay.
You need to see this.
The best video game ever made.
Don't start without me.